Welcome back to the DK Experience right here in WTOP-10.
Take control.
I know, take control.
That's weird.
Still in Hewitt Hall.
We're live.
Yeah, I know. We're live! Screw it, we'll do it live. All right,
please take control.
Please take control. So we are going to... He did shave his beard. We're going to do our Stump the Chump. So for those at home who don't know what that is, stop talking to me. I'm trying to talk. So what that is for those at home, basically we have this wheel and we spin it, which we can't actually see because we're in Hewitt. It's actually back at TOP. We spin the wheel and then we get random sports and then we quiz each other. Winner gets a point. Right now it's 2-0 me, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's 2-0 me. And then at the end
games
of
have
next...
been good.
They have been good. And at the end of next... We haven't had one that didn't have an OT.
Yeah.
At the end of next semester, we're going to have a punishment for our very final episode of DK Experience. This is the last episode of our penultimate season. The next season, season 5 will be our last one. So, Dylan, you're up first with questions. So, let them rip. I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm hiding my questions right now.
So, Kenny, you got underwater hockey.
I did.
I got some questions here.
Okay.
How long is a typical underwater hockey match?
Oh, man, I don't know, so I'm just going to guess. Let's go with, I feel like it can't be that long, 2 15-minute halves. That's my guess. Was I right?
Oh. It says 10 to 15. It always counts with him.
Does it count?
It always counts.
Oh, all right.
Where did underwater hockey, and when did underwater hockey originate?
I have no idea. Let's go with, like, Russia in the 50s.
No, England in the 50s, but England.
Oh, was in the... Oh, that was a good guess, but England.
Okay.
Okay, no point. Give me nothing on that one.
Hold on, there was a... Sorry.
You scrolling through?
Yes. What is the most common foul... Hi.
Hi, people.
What is the...
There's a window. We can't handle ourselves.
What is the most common foul in underwater hockey?
Oh. I want to say drowning to be funny, but I know it's not. Man, what would it even be? Oh, we got a polycam. Let's go with, like, I don't know, cross-checking?
No.
Okay, what is it?
A stick foul.
A stick foul? Come on. All right.
Hitting an opponent, essentially. Just
illegally smack. Okay, you might have this one because
I don't think I do.
You don't?
This one's for Ray, so I don't know how I'm...
All right, Ray. Let's see if Dylan makes you proud. All right, here's your questions. How do judges score performances in Russian jumping, and what criteria matters the most? Oh, his sport is Russian jumping. I didn't say it at the start. So.
From what I saw, it was just like how they score the performance. Mm-hmm. From what I saw, it was just like how fluent it was, how clean it was, just things like that. Like if it was fluent, if it was clean, legs were straight, they land on their whole foot instead of just their toes, things like that.
Okay, I'll read the answer. I think it deserves a point. Judges typically evaluate height, control, form, and difficulty of tricks. Clean execution, such as straight legs, pointed toes, and stable posture, and higher scores. So I think that deserves a point. I'm going to say yes, as long as they agree to. What types of equipment and safety measures are essential for athletes in Russian jumping?
The biggest one I saw is the handlebar. The handlebar in front of the little trampoline. And then the padding around the outside, so if they do fall off, it's just kind of like a gym mat.
I think he's already beat me at this point, but yes, athletes train on specialized rebound platforms or trampolines designed for high jumps. Safety padding, spotter assistance, so you already won, but I'll give you one more question. How does an athlete increase jump height in Russian jumping without losing control during takeoff and landing? This is the hardest one. I kind of figured I'd stump you in the last one. It's actually really easy.
Solid squat. Like a nice squat and you explode.
Can you example?
Yeah, I don't know. You just kind of...
We're not wired into anything.
I know. Just kind of... But you got your hands on the handlebar.
Oh.
They're not going to switch the camera.
I guess not. Okay. Oh, there we go.
And just a solid squat, and then you explode.
It's just really not that...
I don't know.
To increase height safely, the athlete uses a stronger, more explosive push through the legs, keeping upper body stable and aligned.
Oh, that my
I
ankle.
think it deserves a point. What do you guys say? Does that deserve a point?
My ankle.
All right, let's give him a point.
You explode through.
Dylan,
my ankle, dude.
That's a clean sweep. That's your first win. It's 2-1 at the end of this season. Congratulations.
Nice.
What a win for Dylan. That's
nice.
Much deserved. So normally we add a new sport, but we're not physically with the wheel. nor can we see the
I miss your wheel.
So I missed the wheel too. So
you were good. Wheel.
It's actually back at WTOP studio. So we're just going to tell them to spin the wheel, and they're going to spin it, and then they're going to tell us in our earpiece what the new sport is. So you guys will see it. We won't. We'll just get to hear it. I guess you're the winner, so your sport gets spun for first. So spin the wheel. Street beefs. Yes! Dylan's got street beefs.
Yes! Woo!
Oh.
Yeah, baby!
I'm so jealous.
Oh, yeah!
Wow. How do you feel?
I feel fantastic. Fantastic.
God. All right. Well, it's time for my turn.
Spin
the wheel. Oh, man. All right, it's spinning. Let's see. Come on. Chess boxing. Chess boxing. Wait, hold on. Let's example. Ready?
No.
King. Like, what else am I supposed to do? All right.
Sentence.
So, yeah, dude. So to me, what this sounds like, Dylan,
Sentence.
is me and you are going to start off next season with bangers of sports.
Dude.
Chess boxing and street beefs. Now, are you excited for February now? Because that's next season.
I'm fired up now.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be watching Street Beefs.
Street beefs for the rest of
all at break.
Okay.
That sounds.
So we didn't actually get to physically write them in, but Dylan, we're gonna say them out loud. So when I inevitably go back and listen to this again, I can know what sports to add. Okay. Dylan, you get to pick first. What sport?
Give us a cheat one for both of us. Flag football. It'll be a nice little. Cheat
I like that. Okay.
For us. So then that way, the other person has to try even harder.
I'm going to add ostrich racing to the board. It's an interesting one. It's obscure. Okay. So we're going to go with ostrich racing for when I have to watch this back in January. Hi, Kenny, in 2026. You'll watch this back and go, oh, yeah, that's what you picked, ostrich racing. I'm not going to forget. No, you're not going to forget. I won't forget chess boxing or street beefs. But what we added, we're probably going to forget.
I'm so fired up, dude.
Well, Dylan, that might have been our best one yet.
That was.
Well,
good.
We're going to go to a quick break, and when we come back, it'll be time for Cooking or Crazy. You're watching the DK Experience right here on WTOP-10.
Good evening and welcome to Jeopardy! I am your host, Joe.
Hello, Simon. Joe is at this place. And I'm very concerned to see what Piper's answer is here. Sorry. It's a 98-page rule book.
You guys are stunned still?
Joe, I'm going to sound like a little snob here. It was not founded by Ray Kroc.
So you're probably wondering why the top producer of WTOP's new hit, Oswego Live, is currently juggling a taco ball right now. That's just because I don't just know ball, but I can play it too. WTOP, live every other Sunday, 7 p.m. Tune in.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris. That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts. It's showtime, Chris. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No.
Spin the wheel. But you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
Why,
television.
Chris? To television.
Right,
Welcome back
I also don't know what happened to the set.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what happened to the set
Figuring
either.
it out.
Welcome back to the DK Experience right here in WTOP-10. Kenny, Dylan. Dylan, not much intro needed for this last segment of our last episode of Season 4 for Senior Week, and now that we're actually both seniors, crazy. Cooking or Crazy is going to be our final segment of the day. So we had mentioned last time, normally we let our crew pick what we're going to talk about, but we decided because we want to get into a heated debate. We haven't gotten to a screen match in quite a while. Ray on audio, we apologize in advance. We are going to get into a shouting match over something. The difference it's not really different. It's just going to be a little weird. The crew will still pick the winner, but we don't get to see it on the screen because that fell out of my pocket. Whoops. There goes my IFB. I'll pick it back up. So I'm not sure. I mean, between them, they're going to have to figure it out, and then they'll just let us know in our IFB who is the winner, and mine still works. Thank God. Okay. Topic of the day. Who deserved to win Dancing with the Stars? Dylan is definitely more passionate about it than I am, but, I mean, I'm happy with the results, so this is probably going to get messy. Dylan, go ahead.
Okay, so here's my thing. Robert Irwin did not deserve to win Dancing with the Stars. Alex
Irwin,
Earl
not Irwin.
Whatever. Alex Earl should have won. Let's talk about what Dancing with the Stars is supposed to be. It is supposed to be a show where you take someone who cannot dance and make them a dancer. If you look at it, between Robert and Alex, who was the best dancer? Alex was very clearly the best dancer. Robert's second dance of the night, terrible. Completely offbeat, off timing, looked stiff, did not know what he was doing. And this is my issue with Dancing with the Stars, the fan vote controls way too much. Robert should not have won. I'm not saying by any means he's not a bad dancer, but if it comes down to it, who's better, Alex or Robert? Alex was way better. Now, we're really looking at it, Whitney should have won, but that's besides the point. She didn't make it to that week. But Alex Earl deserved to win over Robert due to the fact she is a way better dancer. It's not even close when you compare the two of them. And Robert won with a sob story, just like everybody else.
So that's everybody's problem. That's my problem I have with it too. So my answer is Robert Irwin. Now, here's why. Yes, Dancing with the Stars is a dancing show, but at the end of the day, it is a television show. And at the end of the day, fan influence is the most important. You know why? Because that drives the dollar bills. Now, I don't necessarily disagree with the fact that Dancing with the Stars relies too heavily on its fans, but at the end of the day, it does. Robert Irwin is a household name. The Irwin family is a household name. Robert Irwin absolutely deserved to win that.
So
he has more followers. Not comparatively to the Irwin family, more followers on Instagram and TikTok. Again, you're using, it's just social media. She's a social media
but she's a better dancer.
It's Robert
not
Irwin.
Called Stars with the Stars.
Dylan,
it's called Dancing with the Stars.
The sooner you realize that Dancing with the Stars has nothing to do with dancing.
The fan control had the issue with why Andy stuck around for so long.
Should not have been around that long.
Andy should not have, and that's the issue with
and I'm not saying it's
fan
not
control.
the issue.
So that's why Robert won, because people like him more than Alex. People think Alex has everything in the world. She's dating this NFL player. She's beautiful. Which, Alex, if you're hearing this, you are beautiful. But
exactly. That's what you know.
She didn't win because of that. She should have won because she was the best dancer. She was better than Robert.
Right.
She was better than Robert. It's not a popularity contest. It is a dance competition. It is a dance competition. It's not a popularity contest.
Oh, we already have an answer? What was the answer? I heard something. Thank you, because it's television, and that's exactly all it's ever going to be. Until you eliminate a fan vote and you make it strictly on judges, and when the judges score fairly based on the dance,
tune into the Dancing with the Stars show tomorrow, and I'll tell you exactly how it is. I'm sorry that Chris was here, and he just can't not ever agree with Kenny, so it'll happen.
That was a crew
vote. Whatever.
Dylan,
whatever.
Tune in to Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, tune into Dancing with the Boys. Talk about Dancing with the Stars.
Talk about Dancing with the Stars. That's the most Dancing with the Stars talking I'll do about. I'll be sure to tune in tomorrow, Dylan. I'm excited to see your show. All right, well, Dylan, with just about 45 seconds left in the show, I wanted to say thank you for yet another very good semester, and I am very proud and happy to be the first show in the new Hewitt Hall. Dylan, it's been a heck of a ride. Any closing thoughts for this season and going into our last season?
Sean, Mooch, guys, thank you for making this happen today. Kenny, thanks for the hard work to make this happen today, and be sure to tune in Thursday for the newscast that's happening in here. And let's use Hewitt some more.
Let's use Hewitt some more. 9 o'clock, back in Hewitt. We will see you guys then, but thank you for tuning in DK Experience. We will see you guys in February for the 5th and final season. Robert Irwin, take the bump cam. Have a good night!
Whoa. That's the first thing we got better in Hewitt, a better bump cam.
I know.
Tonight, on WTOP-10 Nightly News, a popular event on campus has been canceled. How students reacted.
And a popular ice sport returns to SUNY Oswego. Hear and see what they've been up to.
But first, TEDx is returning to SUNY Oswego when the event is happening.
WTOP-10 Nightly News starts right now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Haley Kaiser.
And I'm Austin Claus.
TEDx SUNY Oswego is returning to campus for the second year in a row. The theme for this year's dynamic speakers is inspiration, aiming to celebrate the moments, movements, and mindsets that push us forward. You can join fellow students, faculty, staff, and community members for an immersive experience filled with thought-provoking talks, creative perspectives, and unforgettable storytelling.
You can register for a ticket at oswego.universitytickets.com. If you cannot attend in person, you can watch the event live on the SUNY Oswego's YouTube channel. The event will start at 2 p.m. in the Hewitt Ballroom this Friday, March 6th.
National Grid has given SUNY Oswego a grant of $150,000. This generous donation will support student researchers as well as Kids Tech, a popular university program that provides hands-on learning. A $90,000 grant will help 10 promising Oswego students with their summer research. This program will help the institution retain students, earn degrees, and find post-graduation opportunities.
SUNY Oswego, along with experts from Rice Creek, are hosting a lunar eclipse watch party. The event started earlier tonight at 7:30 and will last until dawn tomorrow. It will be hosted in Chinaman Room 401 in the adjacent rooftop deck. Throughout the night, there will be a viewing of celestial objects such as nebulas and planets, along with purchasable food and drinks. The eclipse will begin at 4:30 a.m. and will last until dawn, with the International Space Station being visible while the moon sets on the horizon.
The SUNY Oswego shop is organizing a school supply drive. The supplies would go to support the on-campus Children's Center of Oswego. Suggested donation items include, but are not limited to, ribbons, sequins, children's books, watercolor paint, markers, googly eyes, paper, and more craft supplies. You can drop donations at Penfield Library, Culkin Hall, The Compass, or Shop. For any questions, email shop@oswego.edu.
SUNY Oswego sent out an email 11 a.m. today alerting students about a phishing scam circulating campus. The scam consists of an email that claims students' accounts could be in danger of deactivation unless they fill out this form. This form requests that users enter their login information or a code that can be used and to access their account. Anyone who received this email should report it to Gmail and change their password immediately.
Oswego County is competing to host New York's next power plant. The county considered a resolution today to spend $7,500 on an informational campaign to help reach the state's decision makers. Oswego County submitted a response in December to the New York Power Authority's request for information from communities interested in hosting nuclear development. 2 of the state's remaining power plants already reside in Oswego County, and county leaders believe Oswego County is a strong candidate to host 1 or more new power plants.
Oswego is once again hosting their 10th annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. The route will begin same as previous years, moving from East 1st Street across the Street Bridge, ending at Gibby's Irish Pub on 2nd Street. Then there will be free entertainment after the parade at the Ancient Order of Hibernian, provided at the Ban Flynn Column.
The SUNY Oswego hockey team is one of the most famous things about the school, but ice sports are not just limited to that.
Our Cameron Carvalho has more on the resurrection of the Oswego State Effects Synchronized Skating Team.
After a 5-year hiatus, the Oswego State Synchronized Skating Team is back. The club hosted an open house yesterday for prospective new members, which was immediately followed by their second official practice. Club president Vivian Van Dam says the team's past successes was her inspiration to get it going again.
Definitely an inspiration was how big the old team used to be, and I saw a lot of potential with this rink, the people who come here.
Founded in 2000, the Oswego State Ice Effects is one of the most accomplished and famed organizations on campus, with skating teams over 2 decades winning medals in competitions across the country. Former club president and current coach Amanda Lattimore spoke about her past experience and how it inspired her to return to coach the current team.
My freshman year, we qualified for nationals and we got to go to Colorado Springs, which was really fun experience. And then my junior year, we won the East Coast Sectional Championship, which was my best memories from college were with my teammates here, and I want the girls here to be able to have that experience that I had while I was here.
Coach Carolyn Quinn says the team will be back in full force next year and hopes to get back to a main regional competition.
The season will start next fall when the students all return back to school, and we'll start with choreography, and then we'll work and head to a competition in January called Easterns.
With over a dozen talented skaters at yesterday's practice, the team may well be positioned to return to its previous glory days. The team is always looking for new skaters, and interested students should email synchro@oswego.edu. For WTOP-10, I'm Cameron Carvalho.
Well, it seems as if we're slowly but surely getting some sporadic spring-like temperatures here in Oswego.
My time walking around campus has definitely been more enjoyable in recent days. What can we expect for the rest of the inaugural week of March? Let's go to Storm Team 10 Chief Meteorologist Aurora Fitzgerald with more.
Thanks, guys. It's definitely starting to feel like a spring of deception, but I do have some good news. We are going to see warmer temperatures on their way for now. That's what the models are showing. But first, temperatures are going to rise slowly but surely, and we're going to get rain instead of snow. So I'm sure most people are happy, some people are not. Depends on how you're feeling. We also have a full total lunar eclipse coming up that I will get into later, and the sun will come out not tomorrow, but when is it going to show again? I'll have my full weather forecast coming up, but for now, back to the desk.
Thank you, Aurora. A new event is coming to the Oswego area. The inaugural Lake Ontario National Marine Sanctuary International Film Festival will occur on April 2nd. The event will spotlight Lake Ontario, the Great Lakes, and the ocean with all of their stories, history, science, and maritime heritage. Tickets are free, but registration is required. For more information, check out the City of Oswego's Facebook page.
The Oswego County Land Bank, which is known for repairing damaged vacant homes, was recently granted $2 million to acquire and repair empty Oswego residences. With the success of last year's $1.5 million grant that boosted the regional economy, this year's impact could be even greater. Since the inception of this group, it has impacted over 100 homes and has increased property value by $11 million.
There is a big change coming to a popular club event that usually happens here on campus.
WTOP-10 reporter Dominic Ciccarelli tells us more.
Here comes Jersey Shore.
Oh, here we go.
On the rail. Oh!
The Ski Club, Monster Energy, and some sick tricks. Rail Jam is a yearly ski club event hosted right here on campus. Rail Jam is one of the most popular events here on campus, covered by all the media organizations, the Oswegonian, WNYO, and of course WTOP. But right behind me, where the giant ski slope should be for Rail Jam, is nothing, now that Rail Jam has been canceled. Ski Club President Loudon Pratt was excited for this year's Rail Jam before receiving the bad news.
You know, I remember when I was a freshman, I'm from Placid, so skiing, I grew up skiing, grew up racing, and I remember when I was a freshman coming here, the tour guide was like, yeah, we have a really, really strong ski club on campus, they do this Rail Jam event every year. I was like, whoa, that's really cool. And so, it's just unfortunate because this event, in my opinion, is more than just for the ski club. Just because this event, benefits the campus as well as my club. So it really is just unfortunate.
Here's a quick look at how some students reacted to the news. They said that Rail Jam can no longer happen on campus.
Which that's tragic. Very tragic, because I do actually want to see it. It looks fun.
That's so shocking.
Yep. Bring it back.
Bring back Rail Jam. All right, thank you very much. But perhaps the school's reasoning is valid. Despite students having to sign a waiver to participate in Rail Jam events in prior years, the school's messaging regarding the cancellation has been quite clear, that being it is a liability issue for them and they don't want their students getting hurt. Now, they did say they are working with the Ski and Snowboard Club to come up with new events to keep students engaged here on campus, but only time will tell what those events will look like. Dominic Ciccarelli, WTOP-10.
The Ski Club is currently trying to find a new off-campus location to host Rail Jam.
The exciting skiing and snowboarding event will certainly be missed on campus. An apartment complex in Syracuse caught fire and left 2 people dead. First responders arrived at the Nob Hill apartment complex shortly after 4 o'clock on Saturday morning. Heavy smokes was coming from the first floor apartment around the back of the complex. High winds created the blowtorch effect. The cause of the fire still remains under investigation, but the building is currently unfit for occupancy, and residences are unable to return to their home. Still ahead tonight, America launches a massive attack on Iran. What American leadership has to say.
Plus, a mass shooting in Texas leaves multiple fatalities. What authorities say the shooter could have been motivated by. All that and more right after this.
If you like action, romance,
if you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
surface is this? Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn.
No!
Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
So you're probably wondering why the top producer of WTOP's new hit, Oswego Liza, is currently juggling Taco Bell right now. That's just because I don't just know ball, but I can play it too. WTOP, live every other Sunday, 7 p.m. Tune in.
Oh boy!
Come across.
Who else would you want behind this camera other than Austin Claus? Nope. Oh, nobody.
What's happening?
Oh.
Sorry.
No, I want nobody calling this game but Kenny Gerard. Oh, and Paulie Beatty. Oh. And also Kenny Gerard again. Oh.
Welcome back to WTOP. I'm your Storm Team 10 meteorologist, Aurora Fitzgerald. Taking a look at our current conditions in Oswego. Currently 18 degrees, not too cloudy outside. Dew points at 3, humidity 50%. Winds not too shabby, east 2 at 2 to 4 miles per hour. Taking a look at our futurecast, we're going to see a lot of mixed precipitation going into 3 p.m. on Tuesday. A lot of that is going to move in from the west. We're going to see mixed precipitation, possibly even some freezing rain, so it's important that you stay very careful on those roads. Some snow. Going to see later bit of rain. Going into the early morning on Wednesday, it's going to be cloudy, and as you're heading out the door throughout your day on Wednesday, still pretty overcast, a little doom and gloom. But not to worry, our temperatures are actually going to rise. 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. All along the East Coast, it is going to be way above the normal average when it comes to temperature, so it's going to start feeling like spring. Now, we do have a lunar eclipse tonight going into tomorrow. So how does this happen? We have the sun right over here, and then it's going to create a shadow with the moon's orbit and the Earth. The moon is right here, the Earth is over here. The Earth produces blue light. That blue light is going to shy away, and then the moon is going to slowly move. So then, there's only going to be red light that's produced in the shadow of the Earth's orbit. We call that the umbra, and then the penumbra, which is total and partial part of the eclipse. Once the moon moves around its orbit, there's only going to be red light. That's going to create the blood moon or the total lunar eclipse. That's when we're going to see all that red light, that beautiful hue of the moon. And I'll give you your times right over here so you can focus on it a little bit more. Total lunar eclipse, partial eclipse is 4:05 a.m. If you're an early bird, gets the worm, you will definitely be able to get this blood moon. Total eclipse begins at 6:04. Maximum eclipse is at 6:33 a.m. Total eclipse ends at 7:03, and the partial eclipse will end at 8:17. This is tomorrow in 2026. Very, very exciting. So go out there if you can. Set your alarms. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for some. Tuesday, 35. We're slowly going up later in the week, as you can see, heading into Friday, Saturday. We're hitting 58 degrees on Saturday. I don't know about you guys, but I'm super excited for that. Spring is sprung, almost. Taking a look, showers, chance of showers, doom and gloom a little bit, but the sun should return on Monday. That is all for my full weather forecast. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Aurora. The death toll in America's war on Iran continues to increase as Iranian deaths and retaliatory attacks are on the rise. Maribel Gonzalez has the latest on remarks from American leaders.
Today, the United States military continues to carry out large-scale combat operations in Iran to eliminate the grave threats posed to America by this terrible terrorist regime. Do you know about that, Pete? Right?
NGI.
An Iranian regime armed with long-range missiles and nuclear weapons would be an intolerable threat.
As this conflict is ongoing, new developments continue to come out.
A shooter killed 2 people and injured 14 others yesterday in downtown Austin, Texas. Police say that 53-year-old Enyaga Diagne opened fire in popular entertainment region of the town and killed a college student and a 20-year-old before he was killed by responding officers. Footage shows him wearing a hoodie, reading out, quote, "popular property of Allah," leading authorities to investigate whether the shooting was connected to the U.S. attacks on Iran. And
the U.S. attacks on Iran have caused gas prices to tick up with an even steeper rise looming. National gas prices are around $3 per gallon today, up 6 cents from last week. But experts say that America's war on the oil-rich country could cause prices to skyrocket further, as some wholesalers have already increased prices by 25 cents per gallon in fear of future increases.
Videos of former President Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton depositions on the White House Oversight Committee last week have been released. After facing nearly 4.5 hours of questioning from lawmakers, Hillary took aim at President Donald Trump, saying he was a tell when he was worried about being found out, and pointed out his shifting stance on releasing the Epstein files. Meanwhile, Bill Clinton denied any knowledge of Epstein's crimes and rejected allegations tied to photos shown during questioning.
The Oswego men's hockey had a statement win over the weekend, taking down the Skidmore Thoroughbreds 6-3.
With more on the 3-goal victory, here's our sports reporter, Logan Weingartner.
Thanks, Austin. Here at Oswego, men's hockey is currently on a roll. I had the privilege of speaking to head coach Ed Gosick in anticipation of their biggest game to date. The Deb was loud and proud on Saturday as the Oswego State men's ice hockey team is headed back to the SUNY Championship. The Lakers executed well on offense, individual defense, and goaltending, defeating the Skidmore Thoroughbreds in the semifinal 6-3. The Lakers have now outscored their last 5 opponents 29-5, and head coach Ed Gosick knows that's due to the increased urgency in this postseason.
Them buying into the team philosophy, right? And guys finally accepting their roles.
Freshman Michael Manzi started in net for the Lakers on Saturday and put up a strong 20-save performance. The netminder has made a huge impact in his first year with the Lakers, and Coach Gosick recognizes that.
Thought he tracked the puck well. Rebound control here on out is going to be critical. As you keep going, you're facing better and better teams that if you give them those opportunities are going to finish. So
Gosick has the opportunity to pick between Manzi, Brandon Milberg, and Gavin McCarthy on who will start in net for Saturday's title game. But for now, all fans can do is speculate while the team prepares to take on the reigning national champion in the Hobart Statesman. The Lakers have made the NCAA tournament 11 times in the 21st century, with their most recent appearance coming last year against Trine University in the first round. For a chance to make it 12, this year's conference title game against the number 1 Statesman is set for 7 p.m. this Saturday at the Cooler. Well, don't go away, because Rob Finger will be in studio to give us the full rundown of Oswego State sports, coming up right after this break.
Okay. Let me show you, because your team is affiliated. You don't know how to score, right?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh. Just like that.
That's actually
Let me show you the Bronx Bomber way of doing it. Ready? Ready?
I swear to God. Oh my
Everyone.
God. All right, put the bat down.
All right, the number's like. Sorry, John. You're right. Sorry.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris.
That's my co-host. This is for making the East Coast Pop-Tarts.
It's showtime, Crits.
Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No.
Spin the wheel. You got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
If only we had someone who could tell us what we should and shouldn't watch.
Well, do we have a show for you?
Who are you?
What are you doing in my bed?
On Be Kind and Rewind, we will go through and review all your favorite movie franchises.
And tell you which ones you should and shouldn't watch from the perspective of normal movie fans. Well, be sure to check out Be Kind and Rewind on WTOP-10.
Welcome back to WTOP-10 Nightly News. I'm Rob Finger. Let's get into your sports report, beginning with some SUNYAC playoff results. 3 different Oswego winter sports teams were eliminated over the course of the weekend, with one going further than the others. The Lakers women's basketball team fell in the first round to arch rival Plattsburgh, the Cardinals beating the Lakers by a score of 48-38. The Lakers women's hockey team did a round better, getting the bye to the semifinals. However, they were knocked out 2-1 at the Deb by the Cortland Red Dragons. The Lakers men's basketball team, so far the furthest the Laker team has gotten, making it all the way to the SUNYAC finals, but once again, it was the bitter taste of defeat at the hands of the Cortland Red Dragons. Once more, 84-51, the final score. The one team still standing for Oswego Winter Sports is none other than the Lakers men's hockey team. They beat the Skidmore Thoroughbreds by a score of 6-3 this past Saturday, with Justin Ryan getting 2 goals and an assist. They've reached the SUNYAC final for the second year in a row, but this will be their toughest challenge yet as they face the number 1 in the nation, undefeated Hobart Statesman. That game will be at 7 p.m. this Saturday down in the city of Geneva. Zooming out to the 315, a local high school hockey team has just won its first sectional title after 23 years of waiting. The Whitesboro Warriors defeated the Skinny Atlas Lakers 5-4 earlier this evening to grab the Section 3 Division II title for the first time in over 2 decades. The Skinny Atlas Lakers have been giants of the section with both the 2023 and 2024 state titles. This dethroning came at the hands of defenseman Andrew Sphere, whose first goal of the season was the one that put the Warriors on top of Skinny Atlas. 1 week on from the gold medal game in Milano Cortina, the NHL is back in full swing. The 3 New York teams have all taken wins since the league cranked back up into action. The Buffalo Sabres are on a 3-game win streak following wins against New Jersey, Florida, and Tampa Bay. The Islanders are on a 3-game win streak of their own as well, winning at Montreal, Columbus, and Florida just last night. The one lagging behind are the Rangers, with only a shootout win over the Penguins. The Rangers are last in the Metro, Isles at third, and the Buffalo Sabres second in the Atlantic Division. Speaking of those Buffalo Sabres, they took a big win the other night over Tampa. We've got those highlights. Just about 5 minutes into period one, neutral zone regroup, finds Rasmus Dahlin on the near side, walks it across the top, fires, and puts one behind Andrei Vasilevsky, his 12th goal of the season. Owen Power gets the apple, and it's the Sabres out front, and not a minute later, the man of the night, Josh Norris, was make his presence felt. Little breakout from Buffalo's end through the neutral zone. They'll lug it. Josh connection, Doan to Norris, fires and beats Vazzy for the second time in just the first 6 minutes. He would eventually be pulled for JoJo Jonas Johansson to step in, but the barrage of scoring would be too great for the Bolts to handle. Play behind the net, Bowen Byram goes to grab it, feeds it to Zach Benson at the point, lets one fly, and it's Josh Norris again, tip in front of the net, his second of the night, and it's a 3-0 game in the first period, and the Sabres would not look back, and the Bolts would eventually get 2, but the Sabres would add on 3 more for a 6-2 blowout win versus the first in the Atlantic, Tampa Bay Lightning. Buffalo secures second, which is where they currently stand, and the Sabres play the Golden Knights tomorrow at 7 p.m.
Thanks, Rob. Coming up next, find out what highly intelligent animal is coming to Oswego tomorrow night here on WTOP-10.
I saw bread, and I want some bread.
I feel like the amount of work that we get here is very different than a community college. So at my last school, we had at least an essay a week that was due for any given class.
Yeah. Also makes you really appealing because you start in the fall, where it's kind of like more, still good sport.
If it's hockey,
It's what they score!
it's on Hockey Talk. Join Rob Finger and his panel of guests.
Their behavior against easy teams. How do you lose to the Bruins twice?
As they take you through the hockey world.
We welcome you with open arms.
Tune into Hockey Talk, Mondays at 9:30 after East Coast hockey games. Only on WTOP.
Oh boy!
Come across is like dirty.
Good evening and welcome to Jeopardy. I am your host, Joe.
Hello, Simon.
Joe is at this place. And I'm very concerned to see what Piper's answer is here.
Sorry, it's a 98-page rule book.
You guys are stumped still?
Joe, I'm going to sound like a little snob here. It was not founded by Ray Kroc.
Tomorrow night, SUNY Oswego is welcoming back Goat Yoga.
It will be held in Sweatman Gym from 6 to 8:30.
It is first come, first serve, limited to 50 students per class.
There will be 3 to 4 classes offered. Goat yoga.
I want to go to Goat Yoga. That sounds interesting.
I saw. Do they like climb on top of you while you're doing yoga?
I guess so.
It's like yoga and a massage in one.
Here's a question. How much does the average goat weigh, though?
It's probably a pygmy goat, so they're not that heavy.
Fair enough. Because I don't know if I want all of that climbing on my back as I'm trying to stretch.
Might crack. Any final weather?
You know, I'm excited for the rising temperatures. I'm really, really excited for that. But are you guys going to be awake for the lunar eclipse?
I don't think so.
No.
I will. Anyways.
No.
Well, that's our report for tonight.
Be sure to stay tuned for Be Kind and Rewind.
Thank you very much for watching.
Have a great night, everybody.
Thank God we escaped.
We gotta find our way home. I don't know how we're gonna do that. Maybe we just gotta get away from that Kenny Gerard guy who might be on the tail.
Wait, you know Kenny Gerard?
Yeah, we do.
We do? How do you know?
How do you know Kenny Gerard?
He's the GM of the club down the hall there that we work at.
You work
guys
there?
work there?
Yeah.
We've been living there for months.
We've
That's
been
why it
sleeping there.
smells.
It smells really bad.
Because of him.
That guy. It's because of you.
Who
Anyways.
who are you guys?
I'm Julius Haggleberry. I'm Christian Childs.
And I'm Emily Michael. Who are you?
I'm Lorenz.
Hi, Lorenz.
Hi, Lorenz.
I'm Edward.
Hi, Edward.
I'm Logan.
Hi,
Hi,
Logan.
Logan.
Nice to meet you. Well,
What are you guys doing here?
we're just waiting for our
club to start.
Oh, well, we're trying to get back to London.
We're kind of homeless right now.
Yeah, we're on a hunt. It's a long story, but let me explain.
So, we washed up on the shores of Lake Ontario. And that brings us all here.
So you have to get
Does that
back
make
to
sense?
London?
Yeah.
Do you have a way of getting back?
No.
Wait a minute. Don't we know something about that?
We do. What is that?
What is,
It's a game
you're
show.
looking at. A game show.
and the winner gets
3 tickets to London. Oh,
That's
that would
perfect.
work.
That's just what we
Wow.
need. That's just what we need. How do we?
But it's at the studio. We can't go there.
No,
But
we
but
can't.
Kenny Gerard's there.
Kenny Gerard's there. We can't
go back.
We need it.
I think we could find a way.
Can you help us?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm the only one dancing.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
Okay,
Yeah. Hi, guys. Welcome back to TA Time, the show where fellow TAs and students can talk and enjoy a calm evening sipping tea.
Take lower third. Today on the show, we will have our second guest of the season asking some burning questions and play a brand new game of the show.
But before we get to that, let's do a little classroom recap since last episode. So, everybody, what's been going on in everybody's
I think
class?
we start with Kenny. Kenny, how have you been doing?
Yeah, Kenny.
How you doing, Kenny?
How was your class? Kenny Gerard, everyone.
Kenny Gerard in the flag.
Hi, Kenny Gerard.
Yeah.
It's great, it's going halfway, or, a couple weeks in, a lot of fun.
6 weeks. I think we're
Six weeks in. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Are we kidding?
Okay, intro to video production. One of my students, they're all great. I love all of them.
Yeah.
It's a
Who's
lot
your
of fun.
favorite student?
Yeah, name
Probably Ryan Shelton. Yeah, he's really
my,
good.
That's not fair. They're friends.
Chris, take it away.
Yeah. So, it's been going pretty good. We actually just finished up Kenny's Team Green show, which was, if I remember correctly, Trust Us, We're Experts. A couple of our crew members in the back were actually on there. Jenna, our director, right? No, TD. What is Jenna again? I'm sorry, I forget.
Graphics, tell us,
Graphics.
please.
Anyways,
Please.
yeah.
I don't know. Anyways,
Also,
but yeah,
Jesse's
she's
show.
great. Jesse's show as well, but we'll get to that in a
Yeah,
second. We're
yeah.
not on him yet. So, but yeah, it's been going good. Team Gold just had their first rehearsal, and we're about to have our actual taping tomorrow. So, it's pretty cool. It's gonna be a great show. It's the Trend Trials. Will anyone at home see it? Probably not, which is fine. But it'll be cool.
Yeah.
Fun times.
Yeah, I'll go since we're just working our way down the line here. Like we mentioned earlier, I'm Team Green, so if people don't know, who are watching that don't know at all, the class is split up into two. So we have two different groups, Team Green, Team Gold. They each have a producer and different crew positions like technical director, things like that, graphics, audio. And each student on the other team works that position for the other show, and then it flip-flops. So Team Green went first. They just finished on Thursday, so my team. And we might see some familiar faces soon from that Team Green.
TAs are we're like the executive producers.
Yeah, so we're kind of like making sure everything goes well. It's part of our job as a TA. But yeah, I know it's good. The show went great. I think we did it in the fewest amount of takes. So usually it takes about 5 or 6. We did it in 4. So everybody worked really hard. I had a good time, and yeah, it's like probably one of the most stressful things we do. But if you have a good team, which I did, it went really well, and it wasn't that stressful on me. What else? It's really been classes, but I mean other classes have been going good. But yeah, and after this, Emily has her show on Thursday, or Tuesday. Right?
It's tomorrow, yeah.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Why did I go last? And it's my month.
Yeah.
As a member of the woman community, it's my month, and they all just made me go last.
Well, you actually went. I feel like it's actually better to go last because you have more time to prep, and also we did the same thing last semester.
And then the best
they
is for
swapped.
last.
Kenny and Chris swapped because Kenny went first this time instead of, and he went last the previous semester. We did it the same.
No,
It's definitely a different experience.
in order of talking.
Oh, I thought you meant in orders of
it's
doing
my
that
month,
shift.
and you guys made me talk last.
Sorry.
Because we saved the best for last.
No, that's true. Thank you.
Nice recovery.
Yeah, no, we go tomorrow. I'm really excited. It's a show called Dr. Bill, which is a parody of Dr. Phil. It's going to be a great time. We've got a great team, very hardworking crew, and time will tell. Yeah, I'm so excited to see what it looks like once we've recorded it and it's all said and done.
Yeah. Before we go to break, actually, I just sent in a photo in earlier of my team green. Can we pull that up? There they are.
Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah,
Wow.
so we have Dylan on the far left. We got Sage next to him. We got Marcus, Paul,
The
Kelsey,
guy on the floor doesn't
Madison.
really look that great, but
that weirdo with his arm up. I don't know what he was doing, what he was thinking
Yeah,
there. And then Ashlyn, our producer, so that was her show.
Oh, she's so cool.
Yeah, she's so awesome and fun. Hopefully we'll get to see her on the show someday.
aside from being a Penguins fan, she's all right.
Anyways, well, moving on before we get into a big heated discussion here. We're going to go to a quick break, but don't go anywhere because coming up we're going to have our guest of the episode. Stay tuned, everybody. Bye-bye.
If you like action, romance,
if you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
what surface is this?
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn.
No!
Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
So you're probably wondering why the top producer of WTOP's new hit, Oswego Liza, is currently juggling Taco Ball right now. That's just because I don't just know ball, but I can play it too. WTOP, live every other Sunday, 7 p.m. Tune in.
Oh boy!
Who else would you want behind this camera other than Austin Claus? Nope. Oh, nobody. What's happening?
Oh. Sorry. No, I want nobody calling this game but Kenny Gerard. Oh, and Paulie Beatty. Oh, and also Kenny Gerard again. Oh.
I thought we were going to. Almost, we're getting there. We're getting there.
We're getting there.
Ooh. Hey, there we are.
Whoa.
Sit back. Nice work, Kenny. Yeah. Anyway,
Thanks, Kenny.
go ahead, Kenny.
Yeah, guys, welcome back from break. Like we mentioned earlier, we have a guest of the episode. So without further ado, let's welcome to the show, Ashlyn. Take lower third.
Yeah.
Take that lower third.
Welcome. Speaking of the devil, we were just talking about you. Wow. Welcome. Hi.
Hello, guys.
All right, Emily, you got the first
shoot,
question.
Sorry, first, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, my name is Ashlyn. I play tennis for Oswego. I'm a sophomore, broadcasting digital media major. I am also part of one of the intro to video production classes, and I was a producer for one of the shows. Yeah, Team Green, go Team Green!
Yeah, woo-woo, Team Green, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's right, Kenny. Yeah, Team Green.
Yeah.
Team Green.
No fist bump for you.
But it was so much fun producing my show for Team Green, and I had so much fun working with Jesse. So
So, tell us a little bit about your show.
So my show was called Cartoon Craze, and pretty much it was like a throwback for cartoon characters. So like my first round was about like guessing a cartoon character. The second round was guessing like the cartoon character song, and then the third round was guessing a cartoon character duo. And it was just so much fun because the people that I put on my show from the other team, they had the emotion. It was just like the most perfect time. Like they killed it when they were on there. I just enjoyed so much. It was amazing.
Perfect.
Yeah, so as we already discussed, Ashlyn is a student of Emily and I, and it is our intro to production class.
I'm so sorry.
What? Oh, shush. And yeah, like we mentioned, we had to make a full-blown studio production, graphics, music, and yeah, I think first also saying good job.
Thank you.
You know, we had the same class last semester we were TAing, and that team was great, and I loved them, and they did great. But I think this one went a lot smoother. And at first I was a little concerned. I was like, oh, you know, because we didn't have as much time because of the snow days. Well, no, it wasn't that like I didn't trust them.
You apologize to Infinity right now.
Hey, Infinity, you did a great job, okay?
That's messed
Shout
up.
out
One of the
Infinity,
students from last semester is
Okay, no, don't leave. Oh, no, you did a great job.
Sick and twisted.
No, come back. Oh,
okay.
Look what you did.
My fault.
Justice for Infinity.
Bad TA.
Hey.
Bad TA.
Everyone flood the chat with Justice for Infinity.
Okay, all I'm saying is just they did a really good job. All right, anyways, though, the question I do want to ask you is, what was it in Cleveland, actually just during the class, but now that it's been a couple days, how do you feel after finishing the production? You know, like, because now is kind of like, that's like the big project we have. There are other projects, but this is like the big heavy duty one, so.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like there's like there's no more stress on me because I feel like there's a lot of stuff to put forth for this project, but I had a great team to work for this project, so I feel like now that there's less stress from the project, but I wish I could do it again, honestly. It was such a great time, but I had an amazing group, so.
Here's a follow question.
You got this.
Here's a follow-up question to that. Was there anything you wish you have ever done different?
Honestly, maybe if I really had more time, I wish I could have thought about my bonus round, because originally I had a bonus round set for my game, but we ended up not putting it in there because we thought we would have been over, but then the first time we actually ran the show, we were 2 minutes under.
Yeah.
So then we actually had to add a couple more things to all 3 of the rounds of my show, but in the end, it ended up amazing. So we were on time after like 2 or 3 takes, which was honestly incredible. I honestly didn't think that we would get it perfect in like a couple takes.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I was surprised because, well, our professor, by the way, all of our professors, Professor Cleland, shout out Professor Cleland if you're watching.
Shout out Cleland.
Michael Cleland, we love you.
You like Michael
He'll probably, he'll probably bring it up to us. Like, I heard the shout out. But anyway, he had texted me that night. He's like, oh, is the script in and all that? I'm like, yeah, it is. And he's like, looks a little under. And I'm like, it'll be fine. I'm like, it's fine. Because I did look over it and I was like, it's probably fine. Like, it might be a little short, but I wasn't too worried about it. And then we got to it and I was like, they got to 6 minutes. I was like, oh no. but I will say the turnaround was actually really great because I know you guys like quickly added. I mean, we went through like another run through and we kind of knew where we were at. But then like between then and like the shooting day, actually the first time we were under a little bit, but then the second time we went over. Like it was like they really did like between like we only had a couple. We had the weekend because it was between a Thursday and a Tuesday. Thursday was the practice. Tuesday was the recording. So they had the weekend, but I mean. Came up with it pretty fast. So.
Yeah, because my team would like stay. We would stay maybe like 2 hours. Like even after you left, we were there for like another
and they would
hour.
Be here forever. Yeah.
Yeah, and we just made sure we got everything done because we wanted to make sure it was just the way that I was picturing my production, and they wanted to make sure it was the way I was wanting to make it look. So I'm really happy with how it came out.
That's all we can ask.
As
a TA, that's all we ask is they put in work and dedication, which we appreciate.
Sure is.
Absolutely. Now, Ashlyn, are there any specific things you wish to learn in your video production class?
I definitely want to learn how to like do like outside production, which I know Professor Cleland is going to teach us how to like do filming outside, because I know it's going to be like different with like catching sound like outside with like natural sound. So I feel like I definitely want to learn like aspects about that, which I'm really excited. So again, shout out Professor Cleland. I'm so excited for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely an aspect I want to learn because I actually haven't done that yet. So.
Yeah, it's cool. It's very different. It's like
I'm so excited. I love field production unit.
Yeah.
And that means the weather will be good.
Yeah.
I know. That's why.
Don't you love field production?
I'm a big fan of the field production unit.
Really, Kenny.
Get this guy out of
Thank you,
here.
Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny. Thank you. Yeah, no, it is fun. That's why. So if anybody was watching last semester, hopefully you guys were, we actually talked about this project at the very end of our season. That's because in the beginning, we flip. So in the beginning,
who wants to go
it's
outside in
warmer
that
out.
cold weather?
Yeah,
Nobody.
right, exactly.
Not me.
If you're up and around here, you know it is not nice out right now. It's getting better, but it's been really cold. So yeah, we usually save the out of studio production stuff for later. But yeah, no, it's fun. It's very different because like when you're in studio production, like even this is a whole control environment. We control everything that happens. But out there, it's very like on the fly. Like you don't know if it's gonna be sunny or cloudy, and then that depends on what kind of light you're gonna use. So yeah, that's a good thing to look forward to. So it's fun.
Now, Ashlyn, you said earlier that you're on the tennis team. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, so actually I have been playing tennis. This will be my 5th year because I played 4 years in high school and this will be my 5th year. And I honestly enjoy tennis, and I actually didn't think I was coming into college playing tennis, but my high school teacher had so much faith in me that she told me to reach out to the college coach here, and now I'm playing tennis, and it's just my favorite hobby. I enjoy it. It's like my happy place, honestly. Yeah. It's just the best sport. I love it.
When's your in season? Like when do you guys do you guys practice all year round, or is it like?
So we do practice all year round, but our main season's in the fall, so the guys' season's actually now in the spring. So.
Speaking of changing, we're gonna changing seasons. We're gonna change it up, and we're gonna go to break. We will be right back with you on TA Time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I'm scared of Joe with a bat.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me show you because your team is a failure. You don't know how to score, right?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh. Just like that. That's actually. Let me show you the Bronx Bomber way of doing it. Ready?
I swear to God. Oh my
Everyone.
God. All right, put the bat down.
All right. This number's like. Sorry, Joe. You're right. Sorry.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris. That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts. It's showtime, Chris. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No.
Spin the wheel. But you got censorship.
Welcome back to...
If only we had someone who could tell us what we should and shouldn't watch.
Well, do we have a show for you?
Who are you?
What are you doing in my bed?
On Be Kind and Rewind, we will go through and review all your favorite movie franchises.
And tell you which ones you should and shouldn't watch from the perspective of normal movie fans. Well, be sure to check out Be Kind and Rewind on WTOP-10.
I love that music.
Yes, it's such a jam.
So
right.
jazzy.
Yeah, welcome back. So we do have a couple more questions before we get to our big fun game of the day. So, okay, hi Graphic.
Hi Graphic,
anyways,
hi Graphic.
Moving along. So we were just talking about, being in tennis and things like that. You're also in WTOP-10. It's a lot of work and a lot of balance. So how have you felt keeping up with that? Has it been like challenging?
Honestly, I've gotten the hang of keeping up with anything. Google Calendar is literally my best friend. I just try to organize everything in there, and now that I do Wednesday night news, I block that out in my calendar, and then when I do live sports, I block that out in my calendar. And most of my classes are actually in like the morning, so I can do a lot of stuff for TOP now because it's like that's
all that is evening production.
yeah, because it's all evening production. So like I feel like I can balance it super well now, and now that I'm like not like really like in my season for tennis, like I've been doing more productions in the spring season because like in the fall I couldn't really do a bunch here, so I'm actually really happy I can be here now. So
100%.
Speaking of WTOP-10, and since that's where TA time takes place, it only seems fair to talk about it. So Ashlyn, what has your experience been in WTOP-10 been like? And anything you want to do more of or try?
Honestly, it's honestly an honor being in WTOP. I love everyone that I work with. I feel like you guys are honestly so awesome, and I couldn't have worked with a better group of people. Everyone like supports me, and if I ever have like a question, they always answer my questions, and they always give me the best advice. And I definitely, if I wanted to try something, I'd want to like maybe make my own OP or something.
Most fun thing to do.
Yeah, it seems like something super fun, and I feel like I could come up with something interesting since I did produce my own show. Yeah. So I feel like I could come up with an idea and maybe do it with somebody else in the club. So
you got any ideas floating around right now?
I don't really have anything, but maybe I could continue Cartoon Craze.
That'd be cool.
That could be cool.
I don't think that's. I mean, I don't.
No, it happened. I think our freshman year.
Really?
I think
you know show.
Do you think I remember?
Somebody took a show from 235 and made it.
I think so. I thought I remember hearing something about that.
I don't remember that.
That'd be cool. I mean, I feel like that's a rare and few thing.
Do you remember Kenny?
But yeah, do you remember Kenny? You were there that year.
You were there, yeah.
I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But Ashlyn, what's your favorite WTOP-10 show?
Ooh, good question.
Ooh, good question.
Favorite show? Guys, you're putting me on the spot here, because if I say something, then some other members might get upset.
That's okay.
I might have to say TA time, guys.
Good choice.
I might have to say TA time.
Let it be known, whoever's watching, any other OP
Endorsed
producers.
by Ashlyn Fennick.
Endorsed, yeah. So, yeah, it's worth a lot.
Perfect. Well, thank you. And I'm sure the fact that you're on the show plays in no matter to that.
There's another great show though that just got released, the unofficial sports show.
And that's all for the questions
That's
segment.
all.
We gotta get into our game.
Kenny.
Okay, yeah, you know what, Kenny, save your production stuff later.
Hey, that's enough questions for now.
Yeah, so I think we're going to move on to the game which we're going to be over sitting here and another side, so we can all get up and move over. Yeah, we can all come move over. Yeah, grab some chairs. Come sit down. I'm going to be facilitating the game today, so I won't be playing,
you can sit.
but I'll be facilitating. Thank you, Infinity.
Let's both sit. It's our month.
Yeah.
It's your month.
It's our month. Here, I'll kind of sit over. Okay, there we go.
Take your time.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to grab one
doing it in
more
partners,
chair.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. One more
Actually,
chair.
who are you choosing your partner to be?
Yeah, Ashlyn, you get to pick. Who do you want to play with?
I'm gonna have to choose Emily Mike today.
Wow. Not the executive producer. What?
Audio, mute this microphone that I'm talking into real quick. Thank you.
They want me as their partner. Let the record
All right,
show
so come take
the
a seat.
people love me. Hold on. I love you, Ashlyn.
I love you too, Emily.
Come take a seat.
Come sit. Come sit.
So it looks like you and Chris are going to be teammates.
Girls versus boys.
So, girls versus boys. Wow. I feel like, have we done a girls versus boys game before? Do we?
Yeah.
That just works out
Me
like
and
that.
Mia.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's a good episode. If you guys are looking to watch an episode. All right.
This one's good now.
Cool. All right, take a seat, Chris.
Okay.
Alrighty. We're going to play this game. All right. Like I mentioned, this game is called, oh gosh, I forget what I called it.
Cartoon Craze.
It's like Cartoon Craze. So I thought since we have Ashlyn on the show here, yeah, Sketchy Tunes, that's what I called it. Since we have Ashlyn on the show, I thought it would be a great idea to do a game very similar to hers, right? Because that would be fun.
This was your idea?
It was Emily Mike's idea. Okay. Okay, sorry. I'm so used to like me coming up with the ideas for this show.
Just took credit for my idea.
No, okay. You can. No, it was Emily's idea. Anyways, we got to get to go into the game. So there's teams of two, 1 and 2, and each of them are going to be given a little slip with a different word on it. That word is the name of a cartoon character. They will one person from each team will have to draw a cartoon character while the other person tries to guess. Whoever gets the most at the end of the show wins. Don't really have a timer. We're kind of just doing it off we feel. I got a bunch of them in here. So, Infinity, if we could have a couple pieces of paper here.
Is it just whoever draws how many and guesses them?
Yeah.
Is it whoever has the most
Chris.
gets it? Chris.
Okay. So, thank you.
Chris. Thank you, Infinity.
All right, so you guys can decide who do you want to draw first.
Do you want to draw or you want to guess first?
Would you like to draw first, Chris, or?
I think you should
first.
draw.
I
I'll draw
I'm a good artist. I'm a good artist. Did you see me on Connection Terminated last night?
What?
Did you see me on Connection Terminated last night?
Yeah, she got hit with a couple.
Oh, that's not what I was talking about. But I drew a
Test
beautiful
them out. Make sure they
balloon.
work. Okay.
You got this.
There's your first piece of paper. All right. If you guys need more, feel free to grab them.
I'm good.
Okay.
Where's
so,
the bucket?
I have the bucket. Okay, we're gonna hand the first ones ready, and you don't look, don't cheat. All right, here we go.
Oh.
Here's your first one. Don't flip it over yet. Don't flip it over yet. We'll wait at the same time. Ready?
I'll
Three,
Show the camera.
2, 1, go.
Oh,
all right, here
easy.
we go. Here we go.
I can watch them draw.
Yes, you can watch. So you're watching and you're trying to guess.
It's the Adventure Time guy, Finn.
Yeah, we'll count it. Finn. Yep. Finn the human. Yep. Who is that? Who is that?
That's Jake. Oh wait, I thought the round was over.
Yeah, you were supposed to guess it, but
Kenny,
you
come
know
on.
what? I'll give it to them because technically.
no!
All right, so there's 1-1 right now.
Jake the dog.
Jake the dog and Finn the human. That's funny because
Can we
these are
just talk about the
randomly in
fact that
there.
he got Finn over this?
That's insane.
That's how we got
Is he
it.
allowed to guess mine?
No, but you guys get the point for it.
Okay, I'm so confused.
Is it your
How did
turn?
he guess Finn?
That's pretty
off
iconic.
This?
Yeah.
Because that's his hat.
All right,
That's the hat
move on
he
to the next
wears.
one. It's tied 1-1.
guess
Here we go.
mine.
Here's one.
Are we switching?
Yeah, swap. So yep. So yeah, Ashton and
Okay.
then
Oh, God,
Kenny.
I'm so
There you
nervous.
go. All right, ready? And
Ashton, you got it. I
3,
believe in
2,
you.
1, look. Start drawing. Oh, Ashton was on the money. She actually 2-second glance. Boom, back at it. Here we go. All right.
What is?
And
is
I don't
this
and
a-
I don't see
Plankton.
what they're
Is it a
doing. So I
dog?
really don't know.
Is it
What is it?
Plankton?
Plankton. Oh, he got it. Oh, he got it first. What was it?
Clifford?
All right,
Is it
moving
dog?
on, Chris. You got it. All right.
Is
Let's
it,
keep
is
going.
it Fetch from
Swap.
Rough
There you go.
Rough
All right.
What is this? It's just a dog.
You gonna skip? You want
It's
to
just a
skip?
dog.
You want to skip? You can skip. They're on to the next one,
Is
Ashton.
it
You might want to
Scooby-Doo?
skip.
What is it? I'm done. What is it? It's Snoopy.
Okay, moving on. All right, you didn't guess it. All right, here's the next one. Emily, there's it. There you go. Go ahead and draw.
I didn't understand it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know what this guy looks like.
Oh gosh.
No.
If you need another one, let me know. If you really don't think you can get it.
I don't know how to draw this one.
All right. Well, they try to figure. You guys got some time here. Let's try to figure it out. All right, we got 3 minutes. It's a
That
little
looks like
less.
someone from a.
So it's currently 2-1, I believe. 2-1, yeah.
Guess I'm not getting anywhere.
I don't think.
Fred Flintstone.
Give me that one. Give me
Oh,
that
2-2. Okay, there you go.
Ashlyn, please.
Oh.
There you go,
Help.
Ashton.
Look at it. Look at
It is
it.
currently 2-2. Thank you, Kelly.
What's this?
Shout out, Kelly,
Oh.
taking all these slips from me.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Is it the Ice
See what we
King?
got here. And feel free to show the guests
What
when
is
you're done
this?
what you guys have so people can see what we're looking at here. See, that was Fred Flintstone. That's
That
how
was
they guessed.
Snoopy.
And that was Snoopy. I feel like that's pretty good Snoopy.
Is it Mr. Incredible?
Is that?
Oh, look at that. Mr. Incredible. What is it?
Peter Griffin.
That was... He guessed that off Peter Griffin. It was just crazy. That's crazy.
Let's go.
Okay. It's tied 3-3. It's tied 3-3. All right, here's the 1. There's 2. All right, ready, set, go. I don't know which ones these are.
Hello Kitty.
Yep.
Wow, okay,
Another,
next one. There you go, go.
Courage County.
What is that, current? 4-3. 4-3 right now. All right, and we are going to stop at 29:15, so you got a little less than a minute left. Guys, you were down 1 here.
Nemo?
Yes.
Oh! Guys, they're taking a
I don't know
5-3 lead. That was
Can we skip?
Yep, okay, there you go. Go to the next one.
Go.
Barely a fish. All right, here we go. Thank you, Kelly. And I got plenty more in here. Oh, that's a good. Oh, 6-3, another one. Go.
Mario.
Oh, no, now it's
Go.
6-4. Here we go.
Give me a different one. I'm not gonna be able to do that.
Okay.
Is it?
Oh.
Are they the blind mice? Is it
Why
Alvin the
am I
Chipmunks?
start a cartoon? 15 seconds. You guys are down 2. Come on, you gotta get this.
Is it the Powerpuff Girls?
7-4. Okay, there's another.
What is that, Chris?
I'm trying something.
By the way, this was the Powerpuff Girls. They look like dogs. All right, and that's it. That's time. That's it. That's the game. All right, well, look at that. So they got it. That's it. So that's an 8-4 score. 8-4 score. Ashlyn and Emily, you guys win. Kenny, Chris, I'm so sorry you guys lost. But that seems to be the end of the show, guys.
You know what?
Thank you for watching.
Season
2, Episode 2.
Go Penguins.
Oh, no! That's not Kenny! That's not Kenny! That's Lorenz. Get out of here. Go home, Lorenz.
Get him off the
Get him out of here. Anyways, that's enough for us on TA Time. Thank you for watching Season 2, Episode 2. If you want to see our Instagram, go to @ta.time.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Season 11 of Stick to Sports. Gentlemen, can you believe it? 11 seasons of this show. It's a blessing to be back. We got a loaded slate tonight of Olympics, NBA All-Star Weekend, and NFL offseason buzz coming up. And for all the people at home asking, where's our beloved Mike? Well, he's competing in the SUNY Swimming Championship this week, but rest assured, he'll be back with us next week. So, guys, I'm getting antsy. You want to kick us off?
Yes, sir, Alex.
Roll it!
Well, I'm sure you're all aware, just in case you have been living under a rock, we are currently in the middle of a men's Olympic hockey tournament, and for the first time in 12 years, we finally have NHL players participating. And with the medal round officially kicking off tomorrow morning, let's recap how we got here. Connor, what can you tell me about the overtime thriller between the USA and Sweden?
Yeah, Sammy, first of all, we were treated to an absolute barn burner yesterday. Team USA jumped up to an early lead in the second period thanks to a goal by Dylan Larkin, but then with just over a minute left in the third period, Rangers center Mika Zibanejad only feels like playing when he's playing for his national team, ties up the game, and we have to go into a sudden death 3-on-3 overtime. And for a minute, it looked like this experiment of a roster for Team USA was failing. GM Bill Guerin specifically chose to leave off some American-born top goal scorers like Jason Robertson and Cole Caulfield. In fact, 7 of the top 13 highest goal-scoring Americans in the NHL this season were left off the roster. Instead, Guerin is copying the Herb Brooks Miracle on Ice style approach, boys. He's not necessarily looking for the right players. We're looking for the best players. We're looking for specialized veterans who are playing for specific roles, roles such as penalty killing, roles such as checking, and so far in this tournament, it has worked. Team USA is the only team in this tournament to not give up a power play goal. Their penalty kill has been perfect so far, and it is because of this roster construction.
It's because moving pieces, it's a chessboard, and it's being carefully constructed. USA squeaks one out in overtime. Quinn Hughes wins it in OT. Great job there.
Huge shout out to Quinn Hughes.
Yeah, huge shout out to Quinn Hughes. Also want to shout out Matthew Tkachuk. Has got 5 assists so far in the Olympics. Amazing focal point. And Team USA has some great momentum heading into the quarterfinals.
100%. I wanted to mention the USA outshot Sweden 6-0 in overtime. They when they realized that they had we had our game on the line. This is our livelihood. They kind of locked in, but I want to know what the coach said to them to make them light that fire under them, because it was awesome. It was just like shot, and finally a win. So.
Certainly, the skill level of Team USA played a major factor in that overtime period. And shout out to Quinn Hughes for making Czechia see ghosts. Now it's not just him now, boys. Staying in North America, but taking a trip north, Canada was also in a nail-biting overtime thriller versus Czechia. Canada fell down 3-2 in the third, but a game-tying goal in the third period from Nick Suzuki would force OT. Canada wouldn't stop there, however, as just 1 minute into overtime, Money Mitch Marner buries one in between the pipes to send Canada to the medal round. Alex, what can you tell us about this resilient Team Canada performance?
What I can tell you, Connor, is this is a testament to just how deep this Canadian team is, despite, and we got to address the white penguin in the room, if you will, but Sidney Crosby's injury in the second period, I feel like it lit a fire for Canada's team, because as we were talking about, when you see a guy like Sidney Crosby, your captain, your role model, your idol for this Canadian team, go down so early, you get spooked, you get scared, you freeze a little bit, and you don't know where to go from that. But they were resilient, as you said. They have 7 centers on this team who are all starting caliber centers, and that was a testament. Suzuki's one of those centers who stepped up in those big moments. And Czechia showed some ways, exposed some holes in this Canadian team. Despite the loss, they held possession well in Canada's zone. They drew penalties, and they created a lot of odd skater rushes throughout this contest. And that shows that this Canadian team isn't unbeatable, especially heading forward with Crosby going down.
Definitely. I wanted to hit on the Sidney Crosby bit. They were pummeling him the entire game. There were some shots where, physicality was the name of the game before I even get into that, where it was just some shots where they hit him against the wall and hit him 3 or 4 more times. I know there's not, there's no fighting in the Olympics, but this is pretty darn close. I do think that Czechia was playing like a junkyard dog, though. They played with nothing to lose. And a team like that against a team that's really good is scary. Yeah. And that's my honest thoughts. I think that, that game could have gone either way the entire game.
It'll be interesting to see how Canada looks going into the quarterfinal and the status we get on Crosby. But staying in hockey, shifting back to the NHL, the Carolina Hurricanes just extended their goaltender, Brandon Bussi, to a 3-year, $5.7 million deal. Bussi was a waiver wire pickup earlier this season and had never played in the NHL before this season. So, Connor, what can you tell me about this unknown 27-year-old?
Yeah, shout out Brandon. I mean, this is one of the best feel-good stories in the NHL going on right now. He was originally picked up in October off of waivers, as we mentioned. He was placed on waivers by Florida, and he was picked up to be the 3rd-string depth goalie behind Frederik Andersen and Pyotr Kochkov. However, with Kochkov's season ending in December and Andersen no longer being as effective as Bussi, he's gotten the starting nod for the rest of the season. He's currently tied for 3rd in the NHL with wins with 23 and 2nd in the league in goals against average. He's 27 years old, and he did not play in the league before the season. So the fact of the matter is that he could play at this elite level is just remarkable. And this Carolina team is going to need him going down the stretch. They are 1st in the Metro with 78 points, and they are currently tied for 1st in the East, also with 78 points with the Tampa Bay Lightning, who play in the Atlantic.
And what trust for a front office and a coaching staff from such a high-caliber contending team to give the keys, basically, to a 27-year-old without a lot of experience under his belt. Not only is it a great story, but I think this is a statement for the Hurricanes that they trust their guys and they are willing to go into battle with anybody that they see fit for this role. And signing him to a 3-year, $5.7 million deal might look like a steal in the future, depending on how his the trajectory of his career continues.
Definitely. Well, the guy was an undrafted free agent. They picked him up on the waiver wire. I don't think he played a game before, he played a couple games before the season, and he went out there and earned himself a 3-year, $5.7 million contract. If that's not great, I don't know what is, man. He went out there and he showed. I just want to say, you were saying the Hurricanes are a high caliber team. The fact that they have this undrafted player that they picked up on the waiver wire this year is, it shows great things about this kid. And what you said about it being a steal, I think it definitely will be a steal.
Yeah, we'll see how that pans out over the future.
Oh, we're gonna take a quick break here on Stick to Sports, but don't go anywhere because when we come back, we're talking hoops, and Alex has a new segment to reveal.
Welcome back to the DK experience. Go back to your job.
Every NFL fan I've played for the last 15 games. They beat.
Writing a letter to the NFL fans? Get out of here with that. Joe, no, let me finish.
No,
let me finish.
Stop.
Johnny Manziel, that guy, he's a loser.
No, that's.
Watch the DK experience.
Is there anything interesting happening in here? Joe, is there anything interesting happening in here?
Yes, there is some interesting stuff tonight. We're doing our weather outside.
Oh, okay.
Our
I
quick
don't care.
weather.
Never mind.
Let's see. I'm sorry to get you off first.
And welcome back to Stick to Sports. With tonight marking the second half of the NBA, let's take it back a week ago and look at the NBA All-Star break. The 2026 NBA All-Star Weekend took place last weekend in Los Angeles and sparked some mixed reviews among consumers. A new format was instigated this year, with 3 teams being grouped into 2 USA teams and 1 World team. Commissioner Adam Silver believed this would give the stars more incentive to legitimately compete for their countries. Some fans loved the new format, and naturally, some fans disliked it. Alex, do you think this year's All-Star Weekend was a success, or did Adam Silver cook up yet another stinker?
I think ultimately it was a success, Connor. I mean, this was the most watched NBA All-Star game since 2011 with 8.8 million concurrent viewers. Adam Silver, while he catches a lot of flack for a lot of structural integrity that he has with this league, I think this formula is a good starting point for improving the league. I still think they can experiment with maybe some 1v1 tournaments or some 2v2 tournaments to, give the fans what they want. You want to watch Ant versus SGA. But I think Wembanyama also deserves a lot of credit for this All-Star break on the player scale because he took it so seriously. It was his first time representing his country in the All-Star game, and it was apparent, straight out of the gate, that first game, after Scotty Barnes hit a game winner, Ant said to a sideline reporter, he said, "Shout out Wemby." He was like, "I wouldn't have taken this game that seriously if it wasn't for him setting the tone." I think that's commendable, especially for one of your future faces of the league. And I think this structure, we'll get into, dunk contests, three-point contests. Some things might need some reshaping, but for the All-Star game format, I thought it was overall successful.
Yeah, I agree. I do want to hit on the dunk contest, though. The dunk contest, it wasn't as bad as it was in other years, but they keep trying to reciprocate the Levine-Gordon showdown from 2016. They keep trying to bring, it's prime time. It's going to be awesome. Stop putting it in prime time. No one wants to see it, man. No one, nobody wants to see the dunk contest in prime time. Jackson Hayes, dude. Jackson Hayes.
Normal dunk.
My only, I loved watching. I'm not really a big basketball guy. I watched every single thing this weekend. My only criticism was they had it during prime time, and that's why it stinks.
That's fair.
Yeah, well, when your dunk contest is headlined by D1 nepotism hire Jace Richardson, there's not that much you could do.
He pointed at himself online and he said, "Me? I'm in the dunk contest." Also, shout out Dame for winning the three-point contest, his third one on a torn Achilles.
Without playing a single second this season.
Beautiful work. And during the All-Star weekend, social media leaks on X revealed a current NBA player talking trash about numerous other players. These players included Devin Booker, Alperen Sengun, Jabari Smith Jr., and Klay Thompson. And based on teammate history and Twitter usage, these leaks were traced back to future Hall of Famer Kevin Durant. And with Durant having an extensive digital footprint, many fans immediately deciphered that KD was the culprit behind the screen. Durant denies that the passive-aggressive messages were his doing, but the public disagrees. Sammy, two-parter. Do you think that this was Kevin Durant's doing? And if so, how is this going to affect the Rockets' second half of the season?
Part one, yes, 100%. Part two, I think that genuinely, I think that it won't affect it as much as people want it to. I think that, the things that he said happened. I think that the relationships that he built, personally, are ruined. I think that all the good stuff he had, he's saying all these terrible things, but I think maybe I hope some sort of penalty or something would come to him for all everything that he said, but I don't think it was going to affect the Rockets that much. I think that they'll be I'm sorry for what our players said, but we're here to play basketball.
Yeah, that's fun.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you here, Sammy. I think the Rockets' hopes of even competing in the West is just gone after this. I mean, Kevin Durant has had one of the most unique career paths. So the fact that he has the gall to sit up there in practice and answer interviews saying that, oh, there was no actual proof that this was my account, and I don't want to talk about this. I understand you have to talk about this. I just want to talk about the scrimmage that we just had. You don't want to talk about the scrimmage that we just had. You want to talk about how you think that Ben Simmons is crazy, but at least he would pass you the ball. Yeah. I'm sorry, Kevin. No one has played for the amount of stars that you've played with and the amount of teams that you've played with in that successive career span. It's you. We know it's you, Kevin. You tweeted out all the way back in 2019 that you had a burner, and now 7 years later, NBA Twitter finally found it.
It seems like KD hit the fans button on 2K instead of Team Chem, and now the Team Chem's in it all.
100%. Staying on topic in the NBA, the trade deadline has come and gone, and a lot of teams have some new faces on the roster. All-star caliber players got shipped to smaller franchises. Role players got moved to contenders, and a couple of teams got a boatload of draft capital over the next 5 years. Time will tell how these trades will age, but let's make it fun and go through who we think the winners and losers are. Connor, we'll start with you. Who made out on top of the deadline and who sunk below the rest?
I'll give you the team that I like the most here, Sammy. I like the Cavs, all right? A little bit of a sleeper team. They started off slow this year, going 22-19. Then they started to rattle off some wins. A 9-2 stretch was mixed in there. Now, they did give up 26-year-old Darius Garland for 36-year-old James Harden. For the fans at home, those ages don't add up. That doesn't make sense. But when you take a look at Cleveland's contending situation, their star player right now, Donovan Mitchell, he's experiencing the highest usage rate he has had since he was in Utah. And on top of that, rumors are coming out. Donovan doesn't want to resign here when his deal is up at the end of the next offseason. He was traded here, remember. He didn't really want to come here. And on top of that, so Cleveland is looking at themselves in the mirror and they're like, all right, we've got a year and a half.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's now or never for our window. I like that move. I like that pick. I'm going to go with a little bit of a different direction, and I'm going to say the winner of the trade deadline was the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, the window between Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson was coming to a narrow close. Everybody could see that. They won one playoff series in their time together, and that was it. Last year, they shipped away Desmond Bane to the Magic, but they got 4 first-round picks for Desmond Bane, somebody who's never played in an All-Star game, by the way.
He was born in the darkness, though.
He was born in the darkness. But they switched some of those picks for Cedric Coward, a standout rookie, and then they flipped Jaren Jackson Jr. at the deadline to the Utah Jazz and got another 3 first-round picks, and they got Walter Clayton Jr., fame last year, Florida guard, who has some upside. And they have a lot of promising young players. They're probably going to ship away Ja and get more draft capital. And over the next 5 years, they're playing with like 9 first-round picks and some second-round picks. They could be going in the direction of what the Thunder did that led them to be so successful.
100%. I agree. I'm doing a favor for all the New York fans out there. I love the Knicks and Alvarado, baby. Grand Theft Alvarado. Love seeing him in New York, and I'm glad that we have someone to replace McBride while he's injured.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, boys, before we head to break, I hear that we might have a new segment this semester. Alex, can you tell me a little bit about this?
I absolutely can, Connor. We got AJK's Lay of the Day. Every show I will be putting out a play for you to tail at your own expense. Remember to tail responsibly. But let's throw up that bet today, and I will go through what I like about for each leg. So tonight in the early slate in 7 o'clock, we have James Harden under 2.5 threes and Cavaliers money line. They go up against the Nets. They're fully healthy. I don't expect them to lose this game, first of all. And Harden is now going to play his first game with Evan Mobley. I expect him to look to dish to the big man, Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, and let some other guys get some looks and not have him chucking threes. Moving on to the next leg, I got Victor Wembanyama under 23.5. The reason for this, he's going up against the Suns. In 3 matchups with the Suns this season, he has scored 13 points, 11 points, and 9 points. This is because Mark Williams will be on him, Dylan Brooks will be in help coverage, and Oso Ighodaro is also a good 7-foot help defender. Wemby goes under. I expect him to dish to his teammates some more. Moving on to the last leg, we got Kawhi Leonard to record 4 assists. He's playing against the Nuggets. I expect the Nuggets to double team him. No Harden on the Clippers anymore. I expect him to dish, and I expect Peyton Watson to be in heavy pursuit on double teams, so I think the Claw is going to spread the ball. But that's AJK's Lay of the Day, plus 450, and if it tails, we will track, and we will make sure wins or losses tail responsibly.
So on the under on Wembanyama?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you got it.
All right. Thank you for the play of the day, Alex. We'll check on that next week. Coming up after the break, we'll look into some early NFL offseason moves and a potential MLB lockout on the horizon. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
I saw bread, and I want some bread.
I feel like the amount of work that we get here is very different than a community college. So at my last school, we had at least an essay a week that was due for any given class.
Yeah. Also make you really feeling because you start in the fall, where it's kind of like still good sport.
If it's hockey,
In front, they score!
it's on Hockey Talk. Join Rob Finger and his panel of guests.
Their behavior against easy teams. How do you lose to the Bruins twice?
As they take you through the hockey world.
We welcome you with open arms.
Tune into Hockey Talk, Mondays at 9:30 after East Coast hockey games. Only on WTOP.
Oh boy!
Come across like
Good evening and welcome to Jeopardy. I am your host, Joe.
Hello, Simon.
Joe is at this place. And I'm very concerned to see what Piper's answer is here. Sorry, it's a 98-page rule book.
You guys are stunned still? Joe, I'm gonna sound like a little snob here. It was not founded by Ray Kroc.
Welcome back into Stick to Sports. It's that time of the year again, fellas. The NFL has just ended, and the rumor mill has begun. Star pass rusher Max Crosby ended his season on IR and was upset about how Vegas' front office handled it. Then, during Pro Bowl week, a report came out saying that he was 100% done with Vegas. Sammy, being the only Raider fan in a 50-mile radius. How do you feel about Crosby potentially leaving your squad?
Oh, I have a lot of words I could say about.
Keen.
Yeah, great. No, I feel awful. I feel that we have wasted his career. I'm honestly, I would almost feel happier if he left, only because that guy deserves to win more than anyone else in that league. That guy has been with the Raiders with 5 different head coaches. About to be his 5th head coach. 5 different regime changes, and he's been just played football and won games. But he's won his position. That's why Max Crosby, Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt. The Raiders stink, but Max Crosby makes his impression. I think that he's probably going to go to Chicago Bears for 2 first-round picks and DeAndre Swift.
That would be nice. Yeah.
And I think that the Raiders are going to take 10 years and not win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I think that this Clint Kubiak is all smoke and mirrors. And I'm upset about Crosby leaving.
Yeah, it's fair, buddy. I got you.
He's the only player I've ever watched, dude.
I got you. That's fair.
On my team.
Don't worry, Sammy. The Mendoza line is on his way.
The line is on the way.
I know, right?
Continue.
I was gonna ask Connor how he felt about how he.
He's got.
He's
got no horse in this race.
He's got no horse in this race. Well, honestly, yeah, I said what I needed to say. I think that he should go out and win games. I think that he shouldn't feel bad about leaving Vegas because he's done his time. He has put in the time. He's done the work, put in the hours. Now it's time to take what's his.
I hope he goes to a contender.
Me too. Finally, as we wrap up the fast break, I've got one more story for you guys. A report came out a few days ago from the Athletic stating the MLB during the next collective bargaining agreement intends to try and force the remaining 7 teams who own their regional sports network to sell their coverage back to the MLB. Connor, what does this potentially mean for a 2027 baseball season?
Yeah, it's not good news, Sammy, for the 2027 season. We're honestly looking at a lockout. So MLB right now, the national TV deals are up in 2028. National TV, because every team is involved, that money gets split by 30 teams. MLB, unfortunately, is a very regional sport. So there's only 10 teams really with profitable regional sports networks, and some of them are actually going out of business. Recently, Seattle and the Angels and also the Braves have they were partnered with FanDuel, and their regional sports networks have since collapsed. Seattle and the Angels are actually giving their rights to the MLB. The Braves are trying not to. Now, the reason the Braves are trying not to is because 23 out of 30 teams need to be willing to give up control for the MLB to take away their regional sports broadcasts. The only teams that are currently have regional sports broadcasts are the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Mets, the Dodgers, the Phillies, and the Blue Jays. Now notice that is 6 teams, so we are missing one, which is why the Braves are scrambling right now to get that 7th broadcast. So to make a long story short, this lockout, which originally we thought would just be owners versus players fighting over a salary cap, is now going to be that on top of owners versus owners fighting over regional sports networks who are also fighting now with players. So the 2027 season, now if there was a 50% chance that there was going to be a lockout, it's probably now at 95.
Yeah, this has been brewing for a while. Thank you for that insight, Connor. This is some scary times for MLB fans.
I know. I appreciate you. Thank you guys for watching the Fast Break. I'm all done here, but don't go anywhere. We have extra innings coming at you after the break.
I'm scared of Joe with a bat.
Okay.
Okay. Let me show you because your team is a Philly. You don't know how to score, right?
Yeah.
Ready?
Just like that. That's actually. Let me show you the Bronx Bomber way of doing it. Ready?
I swear to God. Oh my
Everyone.
All right, put the bat down. All right,
the numbers like.
Sorry,
Joe. You're right.
Sorry.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris. That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts. It's showtime, Chris. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No.
Spin the wheel. Oh, you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to.
If only we had someone who could tell us what we should and shouldn't watch.
Well, do we have a show for you?
Who are you?
What are you doing in my bed?
On Be Kind and Rewind, we will go through and review all your favorite movie franchises.
And tell you which ones you should and shouldn't watch from the perspective of normal movie fans. Well, be sure to check out Be Kind and Rewind on WTOP-10.
Welcome back to Stick to Sports, boys. It's time for what we've all been waiting for, extra innings. At this point, we might have to name the picks championship the Chemnitzer Crown, boys. We might.
No,
because after 3 seasons, I have gone back to back to back, a little asterisk on last semester because, Connor, you did manage to tie me
Why is
for
my
first.
name last?
Rest assured.
Well, we're all tied for second. Why is my name last?
Rest assured. We're going to dive into a new season of picks, so let's dive in.
All right, boys. We previewed the Olympic men's hockey medal round earlier in the show, so without further ado, Connor, who do you see winning between the United States and Slovakia?
Well, Sammy, Canada's going to have to get ready to learn Freebird because I think it's going to be an absolute doozy. I got America 4-1.
Yep. I got America. I'm riding the hype train. And who would I be if I went against my country? Give me USA.
I know. I said USA too. I said USA 6-2. I think it's going to be a blowout.
Blowout. Absolutely love it.
And Mike has USA 3-1 as well. He is not here, but he made sure to send us a space. Little spoiler for his picks. Little future, but it's okay. All right, staying on the ice. The next game up is Canada versus Finland, and this one is shaping up to be a good one. Canada had a scare last game, and Finland came all the way back to win in overtime against Switzerland. So, Alex, who do you have coming out on top?
I got Canada coming out on top. I think it's going to be a very close game, especially since Crosby is a question mark, but I think the Canadians got enough depth to get it done.
I agree. I think the second best North American country is going to win this game.
Yeah, I'm hoping to be sipping on Canadian tears, but I don't think it will be tomorrow. I have Canada 3, Finland 1.
Perfect. Completely fair. Good picks, boys. All right. For our last pick, we're going to transition from the ice to the hardwood as this Saturday the Rockets travel to New York in the Garden to take on the Knicks. Sammy, who do you see coming out on top?
Give me the Knicks and Grand Theft Alvarado, baby.
And Jeremy Sohan.
Yes.
I've got the Knicks. I'm sorry, Kevin. That is going to affect your locker room. It might be as well be Jover for the Houston Rockets regular season and their postseason hopes. I've got the Knicks.
You know what, boys? This would be a boring show if we all just went with the same picks, and that's why we love it. And despite being a Knicks fan, I'm going to go with the Rockets. I think the Rockets are still talented enough. They got a decent away record, and I think freshly healed out of the break, I think they got a shot. So tie up the season series at 1 apiece. Give me the Rockets.
Perfect.
But that's all the time we have on this episode of Stick to Sports. Be sure to tune in 2 weeks from right here on WTOP-10. Thank you for watching. Good night, y'all.
Pumpkin! Oh, my bad.
Sorry.
May the force be with you, movie fans. And welcome back to Be Kind and Rewind, the only show that reviews all of your favorite movies. I'm Owen Miles.
And I'm Blake Blodgett, and today we are finally reviewing the Star Wars franchise. Well, at least we're starting to.
Yeah, that's right. We're covering both the prequel and original trilogy today, so basically everything except Disney, and we'll do those movies after break.
Exactly, but I'm sure, as you've all noticed, we have a special guest this week, Mr. Jeopardy himself, Joe Seidman, everybody.
Welcome.
I don't know why I'm giving myself a round of applause.
You know.
Happy to be here. You guys know I've been talking about having a Star Wars episode on here for a while. Part of the collab here between Be Kind and Rewind and Jeopardy. You're actually going to see these guys on a Jeopardy episode after break. So really exciting. Right now to have a collab between both shows.
Absolutely. We are very excited to be on Jeopardy. Honestly, I've been waiting for that for a while, so yeah. As well as Adrian, our teleprompter.
Our teleprompter will be there as well. But
I think
so
let's get on to the movies without any more waiting.
Yes, correct.
All right, so we'll start off. The Phantom Menace follows Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi as they are tasked with protecting Queen Amidala during the Great Political Unrest.
Along the way, they meet a gifted young boy named Anakin Skywalker, who Qui-Gon believes might be the chosen one who can bring balance to the Force.
But they are being stalked by Darth Maul, the apprentice of whoever is behind the current political unrest. Can our heroes make it out alive? Let's find out. We are doing it in order of...
Episode order.
Yeah, episode order, so we're starting out with 1. Phantom Menace is something. You can tell it was made in the late 90s.
It's a movie. Yeah. So, Joe, we're actually going to give you the floor for a second here.
You want to give me the floor?
Yeah. This is your first episode here.
About the Phantom Menace is... For me, that's a large part of my childhood. I love the Lego Star Wars franchise, so that's a huge emphasis on my rankings. So I always played the Phantom Menace a ton, and as a result, that was always the first story. So I had a lot of experience with the Phantom Menace. It was one of my favorite episodes to play in Lego Star Wars. So I do agree with you guys, though. Overall, it's dry. There are a few scenes, I think, that need a little work, but 100% love the pod racing. I also love the Darth Maul fight with Duel of the Fates. That to me is one of the best fight scenes in all of Star Wars, and the music as well is iconic. And I think it sets the stage really well overall. Like, that's a positive thing I could say about it.
Absolutely. I would agree with a lot of those things. I say that it is a little dry, but it's still got a good amount of enjoyable scenes in it, obviously, with the pod racing.
The one thing we're missing is him.
The one we do not speak of.
Well, no, we have to speak of him.
Except for we are going to speak about him because it's our job.
Jar Binks.
What a guy.
What a guy. What was George Lucas thinking? That's my question.
I think the goal was comedic relief, but for a series like Star Wars, it's really tough to add in comedic relief. After 4, 5, and 6, ahead of 1, 2, and 3, there really wasn't comedic relief. So I think it's just like as the era evolved, they kind of wanted to add something in. So overall, I think it's not the best decision they've made, but at the same time, I thought Ahmed Best did well portraying the character. I just don't think he fits into what they're trying to get across in Star Wars.
I think he did well for what they wanted him to do.
I agree.
I just don't know if it made sense for Star Wars.
I agree. I fully agree.
Yeah.
And my other biggest complaint with Phantom Menace, one of them, it is genuinely some of the worst CGI I've seen in a major movie.
Isn't that ironic too?
Yeah.
It really
Actually,
is.
yes.
Yeah, it was. That was one of my least favorite parts of that movie. Was just, you could tell it was so bad. Even
genuinely PS1 video game,
which again,
looking graphics,
90s, but still there was stuff that came out before that had better CGI.
Here's also another thing I'll add on about the movie. A lot of Star Wars movies have taken a lot of flack for having slow starts. I really like the start of Phantom Menace. I really like the negotiations. It actually makes you feel like there's something happening, there's something involved. So I really like the way it starts, and then you can literally understand what's happening right away. So that's a huge credit I'd give off the movie. Is I really like the beginning of it, and I also love battle droids, by the way.
All right,
some of the droids in there.
We do have to rank it. I am being told by the great voices above. We have to rank it. Let's get that ranking up there. So me and Owen had it at last. Joe had it at 4.
So yeah, I'll give a little insight into this. I put it at 4th because of the nostalgia factor.
That's fair.
Having the Lego Star Wars experience, I love it there. It was a big debate for me between number 4 and number 5. It was right there. Number 6 for me was clear. You guys will see that later, but it was definitely number 4 for me.
We know. You guys don't know that yet, but we know what his
and you guys are going to be very upset. But we do have to take a quick break. We'll be right back on Be Kind and Rewind with Attack of the Clones.
I saw bread, and I want some bread.
I feel like the amount of work that we get here is very different than a community college. So at my last school, we had at least an essay a week that was due for any given class.
Also make you really appealing because you start in the fall, where it's kind of still good sport.
If it's hockey,
It's what they score!
it's on Hockey Talk. Join Rob Finger and his panel of guests
Their behavior against easy teams, how do you lose to the Bruins twice?
as they take you through the hockey world.
We welcome you with open arms.
Tune into Hockey Talk, Mondays at 9:30 after East Coast hockey games, only on WTOP.
Oh boy!
Come across.
Good evening and welcome to Jeopardy! I am your host, Joe.
Hello, Simon. Joe is at this place. And I'm very concerned to see what Piper's answer is here. All right, it's a 98-page rule book.
You guys are stumped still?
Joe, I'm gonna sound like a little snob here. It was not founded by Ray Kroc.
Welcome. Oh, shoot. We got it. There we go.
All right. Welcome
back,
guys.
movie fans. We're just going to skip all the preamble and get right into Attack of the Clones. Attack of the Clones follows Obi-Wan as he investigates an attempt on Senator Padme's life and makes a horrific discovery.
This discovery is an army of Republic led by the evil Count Dooku, who's looking to take over the Galactic Senate.
Will Obi-Wan and his new apprentice Anakin be able to stop this threat? Let's find out.
Okay, so this is the introduction to Count Dooku. I think that I definitely wish he was in the franchise a little more.
Me too.
Absolutely.
That's where a lot of the filler, the backstories,
Yeah.
you know, like the Clone Wars, the Tales of the Jedi series, a bunch of them, they help a lot with Count Dooku's backstory. So I fully agree. I love Christopher Lee in the role.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like,
that
Christopher
dude
Lee is probably one of the best actors in this entire trilogy, in my opinion.
Absolutely. I mean, he's just such a solid actor in everything he's in. And you'll notice we're focusing a lot on Count Dooku because there's not a lot else going on in this movie.
I mean, there are some parts that I really like. My favorite part, this is probably one of my favorite fights in the entire franchise, is between Count Dooku and Yoda. This is the first time that we get to see Yoda in action. And it is glorious.
And I think the other thing, too, that makes it so great to the movie is a lot of planets get introductions, and they, like, right now have created such a legacy, like, not Genesis, Geonosis, excuse me. Camino, we see a lot of Coruscant on it. We see a lot more of Naboo. So I think, and Tatooine also has a good portion. So overall, I think the planets being portrayed on it add to it. It creates a larger universe for Star Wars. And I think a lot of the characters I really like. One of my favorite things about this movie is everything that happens on Camino. I really enjoy the Camino parts.
All right, so we have to get into the ranking. Let's get that up on screen. We all agreed on this one. We had it at 5.
Yeah, this is the only one that we agreed on.
Yes.
Potential spoiler alert, but
potentially.
But yeah, not really a whole lot to say about it.
I think we're going to get right into Revenge of the Sith, as Obi-Wan is attempting to stop the evil General Grievous, as he believes this is the final step to stopping the rebellion.
But a new threat is happening right under his nose. His own apprentice, Anakin, is being lured to the dark side by Chancellor Palpatine.
Anakin, who simply wants to save Padme, is being led to believe the dark side contains a way to save her. But he still attempts to resist. Will he fall to the dark side? Let's find out.
For this movie, I actually want to go back to Attack of the Clones kind of and talk about it when talking about this. The lead-in between Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. Without the Clone Wars series, if I'm watching this in 2003, 2005, whenever this, 2005, that's when it came out, I would not be happy, because I really love the scene at the end of Attack of the Clones, Battle of Geonosis. You know the Clone Wars happens, but then you get into Revenge of the Sith and you just start with a space fight? Like, I don't understand the transition there.
It is a little bit of an airball, I think. Like you were saying earlier about how they were trying to do like more active transitions through the movies, and I feel like this one was an attempt at that, and it wasn't really as successful as Phantom Menace, in my opinion.
It kind of flies around a bit.
Yeah.
I will say, I have a bone to pick with the Jedi Council. Anakin, the only reason Anakin even starts considering the dark side, and from what I noticed, is because they are like, we don't trust Anakin. Yoda and Mace Windu are like, we don't trust Anakin. We've never trusted him. And Anakin's like, I want to be a good Jedi. Like, this is what I want to do. So even when Palpatine starts like talking, he's like, no, I'm going to take you in. Like, what you're doing is wrong. But Palpatine plays on that emotion of like, they don't trust you.
And I will say also, one of my favorite fight scenes of the whole saga is in this episode. It's Mace Windu and the 3 Jedi Masters against Palpatine.
Yes.
I think it's criminally underrated as a fight scene. And then you also go to the end and you got Yoda versus Palpatine and Anakin versus Obi-Wan.
Anakin versus Obi-Wan.
To add on to it too, we talked about this a little in the commercial break. We said Phantom Menace has awful CGI. Well, guess what? This movie has some of the best CGI to date still.
Oh my God.
Yes, I absolutely agree. It is crazy how much of a jump they were able to make from Phantom Menace into even Attack of the Clones, but then especially into this one. It was just insane how much better it was. I mean, Grievous is pretty much fully CGI, and he looks amazing. He's an awesome character.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of awesome villains in this franchise.
Grievous is criminally underused in this franchise.
Yes.
I was talking about Count Dooku. Grievous, I mean, he could have been in so much more.
I absolutely agree.
And he was killed off.
To add on to that too, you could also say the same thing about Maul. from
Yeah,
the whole trilogy.
absolutely. At least for Maul, we
underused.
got a little bit more of him in like the Clone Wars and like
There's a new
that
Maul
stuff.
series coming out soon too.
Absolutely,
Shadow
I'm
Lord.
excited for that. I really got to get back into the Disney Plus Star Wars stuff.
We do. Unfortunately, we have to rank this one as well. This is. We genuinely like this movie a lot. I had it at 3. Joe had it at 2. Owen had it at 4.
Yeah,
Not bad.
I
Averaged
think
out to
the
3.
main reason I had it at 4 is because personally I liked the original trilogy a lot more, just because I remember watching it a lot more as a child. So,
Which,
yeah.
speaking of the original trilogy, we're starting to talk about it right now.
All right, let's get into it.
Whoa.
Years after the events of Revenge of the Sith, there is a full-blown war between the evil Empire and the rebels attempting to bring order back to the galaxy.
A young man named Luke Skywalker is thrust into this conflict after Obi-Wan senses he might be able to become a Jedi.
Luke must team up with Obi-Wan and a few others in order to destroy the Empire's ultimate weapon, the Death Star. Can they do it? Let's find out.
I will say, right off the bat, you can see why this movie like captured everyone's imagination back in 1977. Like, this was just so unlike anything that was happening at the time.
It's nostalgic.
Nostalgic
as simple
for
as that.
sure.
Like
yeah.
nowadays, still people still quote the movies. It's going to be having its 50th anniversary actually next year.
That's actually insane.
Crazy to think about.
That's insane.
And to add on to it too, A New Hope has, like, I didn't say anything good about how Revenge of the Sith started with a fight scene. A New Hope does it well.
Yes.
It does it flawlessly. You watch Rogue One too, which you're going to see eventually on Be Kind and Rewind, to my knowledge.
Yes,
but,
you will.
And the transition is just flawless there at the beginning, and then you go throughout it, and once again, you're introduced to characters, you start to care more and more, and it sets the stage for everything. And, you know, being the original, I don't have much that I can say that I don't like.
Yeah, I mean,
there's not really a lot else.
There's
to
not
like
a lot else to
that's-
say. I mean, it sets up. You could watch this without watching the prequels very easily, and you will be instantly invested. You will understand everything that's going on. You understand why Darth Vader is the way he is. Like, you understand Leia and Luke and Han and all their struggles, and it's really, really, really good. Like, there's not much else to say about A New Hope. It's just so good. It kickstarted one of the biggest franchises of all time. Like,
arguably the biggest franchise of all time, depending on who you
biggest
ask.
like multimedia franchise ever,
Mhm.
perhaps. I think it's genuinely up there.
And the CGI too is still crazy in this movie too for its time.
For 1977, like that stuff
Unreal.
is insanely good.
Real.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say, I think of the trio, Han's my favorite character.
I think.
Han is.
I like Luke, I like Han, and I like Leia. Oh, it's hard for
I
me
think
to
they're
choose
all
favorites.
very iconic characters.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Chewbacca as well.
And
Chewbacca,
Chewbacca.
Chewie. You can't hate Chewie.
No, but
Chewie.
no one can hate
It's the same
Chewie.
thing with C-3PO and R2-D2.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
all those
Exactly.
introductory characters, there's not much that you could say about them to make me like dislike them.
Agreed. I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
So I mean, honestly, do we want to just get to the ranking?
I mean, there's not really
I think
much
there's not
else
much
we can
else for us to say.
about
Let's
it,
see.
but yeah.
Let's see what I'm expecting here.
I'll be very curious to see as well.
Ooh.
Joe had it at 1. I had it at 2. Owen had it at 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Adrian.
It's definitely
Adrian,
the
you'll be
best.
worse in a few minutes.
I will
Adrian's
say
not happy
that
with that ranking.
Owen's used 3 through 6 so far.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. I just
It's
prefer one movie just
I
slightly.
used to rate it towards the middle, and I used to always rate Revenge of the Sith #1, and then Attack of the Clones up there as well, probably top 3. But it all shifted for me as I've gotten older, more nostalgia. It's built it up. And once again, I don't have much bad I can say about it.
But guys, we have to take one more quick break. Be ready for the hottest takes you will see of all time. We'll be right back.
If you like action, romance,
Polly sister, if you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
surface is this.
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn.
No!
Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
Only on WTOP.
So you're probably wondering why the top producer of WTOP's new hit, Oswego Liza, is currently juggling Taco Bell right now. That's just because I don't just know ball, but I can play it too. WTOP, live every other Sunday, 7 p.m. Tune in.
Oh boy!
Come across
Who else would you want behind this camera other than Austin Claus? Nope. Oh, nobody.
What's happening?
Oh.
Sorry.
No, I want nobody calling this game but Kenny Gerard. Oh, and Paulie Beatty. Oh, and also Kenny Gerard again. Oh.
Welcome back.
We are back, and we are ready to get to the last two movies. Let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it.
I agree. After the events of A New Hope, Luke is told he must train with an ancient Jedi Master Yoda in order to hone his abilities with the Force.
Meanwhile, Han Solo and Princess Leia meet up with an old friend of Han's who unfortunately ends up betraying them.
Luke must try to save both of them from Darth Vader. But during the fight with Darth Vader, Luke learns something about his heritage that leaves him shocked.
I mean, yeah. So, you guys know how Endgame a few years ago was like, if you got it spoiled...
A few years ago, that's already like 7 years now.
Yeah.
That's
it
7
feels
years.
like a few years to me, but
that's,
yeah.
That just made,
the point.
actually just saying that made me feel so incredibly old.
I'm about to lose everyone's support back there in here too.
Oh,
like,
yes,
to me, this movie is just flat out boring after the Hoth scene. The scene in the snow, I'm just bored the rest of the time. The only thing, because I love the action, I love the fighting. That's what makes Star Wars Star Wars. And to me, it's The Empire Strikes Back. It's a good movie, but I just can't get behind like the Jedi training. It just like puts me to sleep. I don't know. Like I love Dagobah, I love Yoda, but
yeah.
And there's so many memes from it too. Yeah, I don't disagree there.
They think you're wrong.
So,
I think
Joe, if you couldn't see, they think you're wrong.
Yeah,
it's fine.
So I will say, I love this movie. I think it's incredible. It has genuinely the action at the beginning is awesome with the snow beast and just everything.
I will have to say, I think Hoth is my favorite planet in the system.
Honestly,
I think
that's a fair take.
That
That's a good
whole
take.
sequence, like the entire time that they're on Hoth, is so nostalgic to me. Because if there was between this and Return of the Jedi, these are the two Star Wars movies that I watched the most as a kid. These are the ones.
My favorite, one of my favorite planets is also in this movie. Forgot to say that Bespin, Cloud City.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love Cloud City.
Great
planet. That is something good, I'll say. But overall, I'm just bored watching this movie.
See, they introduces another one of my favorite characters, Lando. I love Lando.
Lando's great.
Lando's an awesome character. I mean,
Billy cool too.
Yes, Billy D. Williams is an awesome actor, so he plays him very well. Adrian is having an aneurysm off screen.
It's okay.
It's
not all of us
He
can
is
have good
so
opinions,
upset.
Adrian. It's okay.
Oh my! Joe is.
It's okay, control
Joe is
room.
asking
Not all of us
for-
can have
Joe
good
is losing
opinions.
his whole He just took his shoe off.
He took his.
It's fine.
By God,
we
he
take a
took his
look at
shoe
the
off.
rating. We should take a look at the
Yeah,
rating.
let's get to the, let's show the ranking.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's number 6 right there. Yeah, that movie just isn't good.
Probably one of the hottest takes we have ever seen on Be Kind to
I
Rewind,
was
and it's in Joe's debut.
stunned
Yeah,
when I saw that.
Joe's a wrong time.
I don't know. I'm just bored overall watching it.
Adrian's walking
Also,
out
if you're-
the door.
If you're curious, Darth Vader is Luke's father. So, sorry for the
Spoiler
Sorry
alert.
for the spoiler.
Whoa!
And then Leia's also his sister, guys.
Yeah, that's like the.
I mean,
that's like the Iron Man dies of Gen X or whatever generation this came out in. Sorry if you didn't know Iron Man died in Endgame.
Iron
but
Man
yeah,
died in
yeah.
Endgame, guys.
Yeah.
This movie just isn't it for me. Like,
Santa
if I'm
Claus
watching,
isn't real.
Maybe I also.
He's not.
Maybe I also like ranked these on how likely it is for me to fall asleep watching it. Because if that's the case, number 5 is definitely number 6. So
Okay, yeah, we got to get to Return of the Jedi.
Okay,
before
let's get to this next
something
one.
pops off here.
All right. Return of the Jedi follows the rebel crew as they attempt a daring plan in order to finally topple the Galactic Empire.
Luke actually willingly gives himself up to Darth Vader and Palpatine as he believes there is still some good in his father.
Meanwhile, Lando must wait for the shield on the new Death Star to be taken down in order to finally destroy the new weapon and the Empire. Are they successful? Let's find out.
Okay.
So yeah,
grievance number 1 for this one, right here. The Jabba scene is too long at the beginning. Way too long.
That
really?
I
liked the Jabba scenes.
Okay.
Way too long.
I kind of agree.
The plot is literally to destroy the second Death Star. I do not need to see an hour of them on Tatooine.
I still thought it was in.
It's a great scene. Don't get me wrong. It's just way too long.
I actually think the thing that I dislike the most, I don't get down with all the stuff with the Ewoks. I think it's too much.
Ewoks. I still have an
The Ewoks
Ewok
are
stuffed animal actually, but I love Endor 100%. But my big issue with Endor also, once again, I think it does drag too. That's my overall issue with this movie. Is it drags a lot. Like it's still nostalgic. You got your characters. You have the storyline. It's all there. You finally get more Palpatine injected into it. Like there's a lot of really good parts, but it just drags.
See, I think another thing
crew.
that's thank you, crew. I think another thing that slows it down. There's too many times where it cuts back to Palpatine just trying to be like, Luke, you must turn to the dark side. Luke, look at your friends. Look at your friends. They're dying. It's like that happens
easier
that happens one too many times
after successfully doing it with Anakin, and he's like. Yeah.
Yeah. It'll totally work again, guys.
So here's something. Y'all want to know a fun fact about Darth Vader? Guess how long he's in the original trilogy?
Well, how long is he in the original trilogy?
50 minutes total.
Seems great for a villain.
That blew my mind.
That seems.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's because there are a lot of side villains. I think that's what's really good about Star Wars is you got a lot of side characters that really just come out of nowhere.
And that die.
And Boba Fett is a great example of it.
6 minutes in this whole trilogy.
Crazy side character, and look at all the motion he gets. Yeah, and we're talking about episode 6.
And after this, we're going to talk about episode 7.
Well, that's 2 weeks from now, bruh. So I think on that note, we just got to get to the rankings.
I mean, we kind of killed our discussion with that one. I'm not gonna lie.
We killed it.
This is my
number
favorite
1.
Yeah,
I had it at 4.
That's just as bad as me putting Empire at 6.
No.
This movie drags.
No, it is not.
So Blake, really good take right there.
Yes.
I hope you know that. But number 1 for Return of the Jedi, this movie drags at times.
I love Return of the Jedi. I don't know what y'all are talking about. I love the Jabba scenes too.
See, there's also some issues with me with a lot of like visual discontinuation is how I describe it, where like Luke suddenly has the green lightsaber, like number
where do you
1.
where do you get a green one from? That was what I was
exactly like. There's so much random stuff.
You're going
that
against
happens.
your own thing, but we also have a fun little segment we like to call the train wreck of the week. Yes. Woo! All right.
It's not a train wreck.
Let's get to the train wreck. Let's get to the train wreck.
Just put it up on screen.
Put it up. Put him up.
Jump scare.
This guy isn't even bad.
Five Nights at Freddy's jump
Jar
scare
Jar
right
Binks.
That boy Jar Jar Binks is in fact the train wreck of the week.
Especially
I was
in
miserable watching him in Phantom Menace.
Great
Genuinely.
character. Doesn't add much to the trilogy, but great character. Great actor.
He's a good actor.
He is a really good actor. I will have to say.
He doesn't add much, but I like having gun guns. I love gun guns. You know.
I
Great
just
characters.
think that like George Lucas originally thought, this is just a theory, but he originally thought that like there was going to be so much more people that liked Jar Jar, and then
100%.
That wasn't
Guys,
the case.
your crew put a sad emoji on your on the lower
Everyone's
third.
allowed to have their own opinion about Jar
Yes.
Jar.
Just
except
as bad as
it's
Return of
just
the
that
Jedi
the
at
right
first.
people are right.
Thank you.
You know.
We also have to do show the final rankings, today's rankings.
Let's put it on up.
We just get to remind people.
Let's take a look.
Remind people of Joe's
I think the best
absolutely
one's the one in the
horrible
middle. I think it's clearly the best one.
I like the one on the left.
I like the one on the right.
The one on the left is really bad.
might be
How do
the
you put
first
Return of the
one.
Jedi at 1?
Yeah, Return of the Jedi at 1.
You guys really need to understand Empire Strikes Back, not as good as you think.
Every single time that you say that,
Joe is
more
trying
people are going
to
to want to
get-
throw a chair at your head.
It's
Or
okay.
a shoe, whatever they can
It's
find.
okay. They just don't understand the trilogy like I do.
We got the Star Wars expert here. Well, that's why you're on our show.
Exactly.
Obviously.
That is true.
Yeah, this is why you're
Joe
on
is
our
the
means
Star
my
Wars
ranking
expert,
wins,
guys.
right?
You're joking.
That was
Where
really
did you
funny.
come from, Adrian?
Where did you come from?
From the control.
Go back to
You know what?
your
Where were you in the
helicopter.
control?
No, get over here.
No,
Get
I'm
over.
using the
You
force.
want to
No,
sneak
no,
peek at
no,
our
no,
guest
no,
for
no.
next week, or not next week,
Yes,
but next episode?
we have to get wrapped up here.
See, I'm
Alright.
guaranteeing you
use the
guys
slabs.
right now, he's not even gonna have as good of a list as I
Shush,
did.
Joe. It's my cameo.
So, Adrian, yes, in 2 weeks we will have him on to review all of the Disney Star Wars movies, and
Yeah.
he is so excited, aren't you, Adrian?
I thought it was my stuff was gonna be bad. Sorry for my French. I'm just so pissed at Joe, but
Adrian gonna
it's
get
not gonna
kicked
be
off
as
the
bad
air.
as I thought now.
Okay, but
Why so
anyway,
close?
guys,
I'm wondering the same thing.
Anyway, guys, you better be kind
And rewind.
The show where we embarrass ourselves to make the pros look even more professional and us like idiots. I'm Evan.
And I'm Emily, and today we're joined by the Oswego State Blasters Club.
Anything, anything.
Brown. Now welcoming the Charlie Harkins.
The Charlie Harkins?
The Charlie Harkins right here.
Wow.
Oh my God.
What is Josh Allen?
I'm headed in after the hat. Words in from the high office. Ring ring. I answer. Hello? You want me in? Yes, coach.
The beast is on his way.
8-2.
I guess that's all for today. See you guys next May.
Next May? You're not coming back till next May?
No, I'm coming
my
back.
God.
I got all because I cheated on a rap battle. Evan hasn't spoken to me in 2 years. Amateurs didn't come back that semester. It didn't come back. I have to talk to him. I have to make things right.